And driving that, the war in Ukraine. This is CBS News.
This hour's newscast is presented by Rocket Mortgage. Need to know what it takes for a home loan to fit your budget and your family? Rocket can. Are you more than $10,000 in debt? Feel like you're on a never-ending treadmill, staying in one place and never getting ahead with those minimum payments? You feel like there's no way out? Don't let the credit card companies bully you anymore. There are programs in place to help you get free of your debt, and you don't have to pay the entire amount you owe. The program at Total Financial Freedom can help you get debt-free in months instead of decades. Get off the debt treadmill and stop the harassment. Get free of credit card debt, signature loans, department store cards, internet loans, and medical bills. Call now at 800-533-6605 for free information. For about 10 years, Total Financial Freedom has helped thousands. They're A-plus rated by the Better Business Bureau, too. Get off the endless cycle without having to declare bankruptcy. You'll have the right to settle your debt for a mere fraction of what you owe. Call Total Financial now at 800-533-6605. That's 800-533-6605.
Haitian migrants on Florida's shores, CBS's Peter King reports.
The Monroe County Sheriff's Office says about 150 Haitian migrants came ashore about 20 miles north of Key West. Sheriff's Department pictures show dozens of migrants on the beach in front of a home in Summerlin Key. At least 5 groups have landed in the Keys since November, all believed to be part of human smuggling operations. Customs and Border Patrol is only saying that agents are investigating. There's no word yet on what happens to the migrants. Peter King, CBS News, Orlando.
And finally, so many Brits applied for a new scheme to house Ukrainian refugees. The website for applications crashed in its first hours. Among those planning to house a Ukrainian family, Britain's Transport Secretary Grant Shapps.
It's just heartbreaking to see what's happening in Ukraine, and we really want to help.
Some 44,000 people signed up in the first 5 hours that the website was in operation. I'm Vicki Barker, CBS News.
Working on the land, springtime is go time. Mowing and mulching, planting and hauling. Be ready to tackle any job with quality John Deere equipment from Sun South. And during our spring sales event, March 11th through 19th, you can save an additional $250 on all John Deere 1 through 5 series tractors. So why wait another season to do more and save more? Quality John Deere equipment. Come see us during the spring sales event at Sun South.
I did my best. Oh. Water?
Alabama Shakespeare Festival presents Until the Flood, April 15th to May 1st. Pulitzer Prize finalist Dan Orlander Smith explores the social uprising in Ferguson, Missouri, following the shooting of teenager Michael Brown. Pulling from her extensive interviews with Missouri residents, Orlander Smith crafts a stunning theatrical experience that must be seen. The Chicago Tribune called it publicly compassionate and raved that it achieves a great beauty by bringing us together rather than driving us apart. And we're offering you another great sweet deal from Alabama Shakespeare Festival. Starting Friday, March 18th at 8 a.m., head to this radio station's website to get 2 tickets to ASF's performance of Until the Flood for the price of one. The sweet deal starts at 8 a.m. and offers are limited, so act fast. Friday, March 18th at 8 a.m. Just visit this radio station's website and click Sweet Deal to get your tickets to Until the Flood at Alabama Shakespeare Festival.
Joe Biden has created a dangerous crisis in our border. Now, illegal immigrants are flooding into our country in record numbers, and they're bringing violent crime and deadly drugs with them. Conservative Katie Britt is running for the U.S. Senate to secure our border,
for the student. Here's where I stand. Let's finish President Trump's wall. Ban sanctuary cities. Crackle down on the drug cartels. And here's
Which is left and which is right?
Families first for change. As Alabama's next senator, I will fight back against the green liberals.
I cannot tell. Which is left and which is right? Okay. Gotta be left and it gotta be right. How do I tell? How do I tell? Which is left is right? Which one's going to jail? Okay, now which one is left and which one is right? Okay, I mean, gotta be on there somewhere. Gotta be on there somewhere. There we go.
Talk to your doctor about Creon, the #1 prescribed EPI treatment, and visit gocreon.com. That's GOCREON.com. Or call 1-800-633-9110.
Radio 1440, beginning at 9 a.m. Depend on it. Your WSFA First Alert Weather Forecast on News Radio 1440.
This report is sponsored by WhatsApp. No one should read your personal messages. That's why WhatsApp uses end-to-end encryption. It protects whatever you send before, during, and after you send it. So no one, not even WhatsApp, can read your messages. Always message private. WhatsApp.
Much different story from today's forecast. It was cloudy and there was widespread rain pushing in from the west this morning and impacting everyone throughout the late morning and afternoon into the evening. Some heavy rain possible. A few rumbles of thunder. Nothing severe. It will be breezy as well in the 60s. For tonight, rain will become more scattered, but still scattered activity out there. And we'll have some scattered showers and storms Wednesday, and some of the stronger storms could produce some hail. That's your First Alert forecast. I'm meteorologist Tyler Savory for News Radio 1440.
Montgomery Skywatch traffic brought to you by Brubaker Motors. It's better at Brubaker on News Radio 1440.
Good morning, Montgomery. We've got trouble in Billingsley. It's on Highway 82. This is a County Road 37. They're completely shut down the road in both directions, so please use caution. Highway 82 and County Road 37 in Atonga County. You see something else giving you trouble, safely contact us. We'll pass the info along. Appreciate your help. Get ready for summer, vacations, and family fun with a Toyota Highlander or a RAV4. They've got them at Reinhardt Used Car Supercenter. Reinhardt Used Car Supercenter on the East Boulevard. Buckle up, it's the law. For Montgomery Skywatch traffic, this is Major Delay.
When it comes to tires, bald ain't so beautiful. It's time for a tire makeover at Chico's Auto Pros. Better price, better experience, guaranteed. 239-9510.
Good morning, I'm Jasmine Williams with WSFA 12 News. Here's what's happening this Tuesday. There continues to be pain at the pump nationwide, but here in Alabama, the prices look a little better. They actually fell 1% per gallon in the last 24 hours. The Alabama average is still high, now at $4.14 a gallon. You can find the cheapest gas on the WSFA 12 News app. Now to the latest pandemic news. All of Alabama is either moderate or low risk for COVID-19. The Alabama Department of Public Health also reporting a new low number of COVID tests coming back. The number down to 2.6%, lowest since the pandemic started. The annual SLE Rodeo is back Friday through Sunday at Garrett Coliseum. Tickets are $20 for adults and $10 for children. Can be purchased online or by calling 1-888-2-RODEO-2. Rodeo Parade is Friday and performances Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I'm Jasmine Williams with your morning headline.
Attention Alabama voters. Stand by for a Republican election alert. President Donald J. Trump has endorsed conservative Mo Brooks for U.S. Senate in the Alabama Republican primary. Repeat, Trump endorses Brooks for Senate. Speaking at a rally here in Alabama, President Trump repeatedly praised Mo Brooks.
Mo is someone who has fought harder than anyone else in Congress. He's got courage. He's an honest guy. He is really a fighter. with conservative patriots like Mo Brooks fighting for us in Washington, I have never been more confident that we will defeat the radical left.
Sure.
Next U.S. Senator from Alabama, Mo Brooks.
Mo Brooks.
That was President Trump endorsing Mo Brooks for U.S. Senate. Conservative Mo Brooks, the Trump Republican choice for U.S. Senate. Paid for by Club for Growth Action, clubforgrowthaction.org, and not authorized by any candidate or candidates committee. Club for Growth Action is responsible for the content of this advertising.
I never thought it would happen to me.
I never thought this could happen to me.
And then
It did.
It did.
it did.
We need a response unit to shut this bit more hit.
We live life as though these types of life-altering incidents will never happen to us. Until they do.
Nelson Law. We fight for your compensation and your peace of mind. Don't just give it away. Nelson Law. 399-4988. No representation is made that the quality of legal services to be performed is greater than the quality of legal services performed by other lawyers.
Susan, I'm sorry I'm late. Traffic is terrible.
It sure is. But on top of that, gas prices have been skyrocketing. I can't believe how expensive gas has gotten recently.
Prices at the pump are up, but I never pay full price for gas anymore. I just use the free Get Upside Gas app that pays you cash back for every gallon of gas you buy.
Wait a minute. Are you saying you actually get paid cash when you buy gas with the Get Upside app?
Yes, up to 25 cents a gallon cash back every time I buy gas.
And does that actually add up to anything?
Only $200 to $300 this year.
Wow, that's serious extra cash. I'm downloading the free Get Upside app now.
Download the free Get Upside app now in the App Store or Google Play to save up to 25 cents a gallon when you buy gas. Use promo code TIME for 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. That's up to 50 cents a gallon on your first fill up. You can cash out anytime your bank account, PayPal, or any gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Get Upside app and use promo code TIME for up to 50 cents a gallon cash back on your first tank. That's code TIME.
Ron's Roofing knows that when a storm damages your roof, it's hard to know what to do next. Easy. Rely on the most trusted and recognized roofing name, Ron's Roofing. They'll help protect you from the next storm. Ron's Roofing understands that your roof is your home's first line of defense. That's why they work with all insurance companies to ensure that your home is protected from any unexpected storms. A job won't get the Ron's Roofing name on it unless it's done right. Visit ronsroofing.com or call 215-0070.
2022 is no time for beautiful windows in your home to be all covered up with the same blinds and shades you see in every home. And 2022 is definitely no time for cheap blinds and shades to leave your windows saying, please don't cover me up with these ugly coverings. This is Ben with Just Blinds in Prattville. Seriously, our goal is to help deliver a custom look for your home to be loved and timeless for years to come. Visit Just Blinds showroom in Prattville today or online at gojustblinds.com.
It's springtime and time to get out and get things done. So it's Ram Truck Month at Dallas and Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Take advantage of low finance rates to save big on your new Ram truck or your new high-performance Dodge Charger or Dodge Challenger during Ram Truck Month. Plus, your trade-in has never been worth more. They give you the most for your trade-in. The best vehicles are always at DallasAutomotive.com, where you drive a little, save a lot.
He is the voice of the conservative millennial, the Ben Shapiro Show.
They're not going to be willing to keep the government shut down.
Today at 3 p.m. on News Radio 1440. Sometimes you need to reset, refocus on your day. The moment where you take a deep breath and change the focus from the problem to the problem solver. This is Decisions with Kevin Elkins.
Tomorrow morning, if you wake up and it's
And good morning, Montgomery, Alabama. It's time to rise and shine once again, if you can. It is another day that the Lord has made. Good morning to you. I'm Kevin Elkins, and this is News Radio 1440. It is time for our daily bread. A word from on high, something to change your mind or get your mind right, or just make you sit down and think about life. It is March the 15th, 2022 AD. Today's Daily Bread is simply entitled, No Formula Needed. Our scriptural insight today comes from Matthew 5:13 through 16. Matthew 5:16 says, Let your light shine before others, that they may see your good deeds and glorify your Father in heaven. Govern yourselves accordingly.
Tomorrow morning, if you wait.
And again, it is March the 15th, 2022. It is a day like all the others. It is a day that has never been. And it is a day that shall never, ever come again. And once it's gone, you don't get a do-over. You don't get it back. You don't get to summon it from the past. You don't get to do all the things tomorrow that you should have done today. And you certainly don't get a chance to come back and undo the things that you did. So whatever it is that you do this day, make sure that if tomorrow should be, you be proud of what you have done on this day. There's no doubt in my mind, if you're here this morning, you've seen, you've heard many yesterdays. And if we're blessed and given the grace of God and a lot of mercy thrown in, we may, I'm not sure, but we may see some tomorrows. But if tomorrow should never be, then it is this day. That is the first day of the rest of your life. What are you going to do with it? Well, whatever you do what you can, while you can, for whom you can, until you can't. Benjamin Elijah May said that whatever we do in life, we should do it so well that no man living, no man dead, and no man yet to be born can do it any better. And I say that is the standard by which you live your life. You shall always be successful. Oh, you'll fail at a thing or two. After all, we all do. But you'll never be a failure until you quit. My mother said nothing beats a failure but a try. Keep putting one foot in front of the other. And if the mountain's too high to get over, go around it. And if it's too wide to get around and too deep to go under, sometimes, you got to go through the mountain. And remember, just because it's cloudy doesn't mean the sun's not still there. Sometimes you just got to wait a minute. It's coming. Good morning to you, Montgomery. It's time to rise and shine.
Welcome to today's encouragement from Our Daily Bread. Our reading titled, No Formula Needed, was written by Allison Kida. When Jen was young, her well-intentioned Sunday school teacher instructed the class in evangelism training, which included memorizing a series of verses and a formula for sharing the gospel. She and a friend nervously tried this out on another friend, fearful they'd forget an important verse or step. Jen doesn't remember if the evening ended in conversion, but guesses it did not. The approach seemed to be more about the formula than the person. Now, years later, Jen and her husband are modeling for their own children a love for God and sharing their faith in a more inviting way. They understand the importance of teaching their children about God, the Bible, and a personal relationship with Jesus, but they're doing so through a living, daily example of a love for God and the Scriptures. They're demonstrating what it means to be the light of the world and to reach out to others through kindness and hospitable words. Jen says, "We cannot impart words of life to others if we don't possess them ourselves." As she and her husband show kindness in their own lifestyle, they're preparing their children to invite others into their faith. We don't need a formula to lead others to Jesus. What matters most is that a love for God compels and shines through us. As we live in and share His love, God draws others to know Him too. Today's Our Daily Bread devotional scripture reading is from Matthew chapter 5, verses 13 through 16. You are the salt of the earth, but if the salt loses its saltiness, how can it be made salty again? It is no longer good for anything except to be thrown out and trampled underfoot. You are the light of the world. A town built on a hill cannot be hidden. Neither do people light a lamp and put it under a bowl. Instead, they put it on its stand, and it gives light to everyone in the house. In the same way, let your light shine before others, that they may see your good deeds and glorify your Father in heaven. Let's pray. Dear God, we truly want others to experience the love. Help us in our walk and talk to draw others to you. It's in Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Thanks for listening today. My name is Rochelle Traub, and today's encouragement was provided by Our Daily Bread Ministries.
It's time to rise and shine, people. It's time to get up, time to get out of bed. It's PT time. All right, let's go. Hard work, hard work. Oh, yeah. Hard work, work. Come on. Hard work, work. Hard work, work. Hard work, work. Oh, yeah. Earn the pay. Oh, yeah. Hard work, work. Oh, yeah. Hard work, work. Hard work, work. Go to work. That's what they say. Hard work. I do it for play. Come on. Somebody go back there and grab the first sergeant. He's slacking on us this morning. Come on now. You ain't retired yet, Top. Go to work. Come on. On the airplane. In the early morning rain. Come on now. That's what they say. Hard work. I do it for play. Come on. Hard work, work. Make a brother want to re-enlist. Come on now. Hard work, work. I do it for play. Oh, yeah. All right. Nothing beats an early morning run around here, does it? No, it do not. That's right. It's a better way to wake up. Put some grits in your sausage and some cream beef on your toast. And, well, I'll see you guys at the mess hall, okay, when all this works out. Right now, let's pay homage to all of our armed forces of the United States of America, Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, Coast Guard, and, of course, Space Force. Also, Montgomery Fire Department, good morning, guys. And Montgomery Police Department, good morning to the guys. They don't know me who the hell I am, but I say hi to them anyway. Good morning to the sheriff, Derek Cunningham, and to Kevin Murphy, and the police chief. And, of course, hey, if you got to kiss up, you got to kiss up to the mayor, okay? I'm just saying, it's his town right now. Good morning, Mayor Reed. Hey, if you're going to kiss up, you got to do it right. And good morning to the Montgomery Sanitation Department. All my friends out there, whether it's raining, whether it's cold, whether it's hot, whether it's windy, they're always out there. Whether it's wet, cold, or dry. Want to put special thanks out to those guys this morning. They're like soldiers of the city, baby. Rain, sleet, or snow. won't stop them from getting where they got to go. And to all the people who run in when everybody else is running out, I think I'm going to be in that group, the one that's running out now. Come on now. And a special thanks to some truck drivers that I know, Lady DJ and Mr. Griffin, Mr. 4040. Good morning to you. Somebody got to drive them big trucks. Sure can't beat me. I can't even back my car up. To the shores of Tripoli, we will find our country's banners in the air on land and sea. First they fight for right and freedom, and to keep our honor free. We are proud to claim the titles of the United States. Army, Navy, Coast Guard, Air Force, the United States Marines. Well, good morning, good morning, good morning, everyone. I hope this day finds you well. It is a great day to be alive. Okay? I'm just saying it's a great day to be alive. Okay? And remember, this day was not promised. So the first thing you should say every morning you get up is thank God in all his wisdom that you are still here. Because it certainly did not have to be. Somebody did make it to this morning, but you did. So that's something. So no matter how bad your day goes, no matter whatever happens bad in your day, just remember, you are here to see it. Good morning to you. Now, I was reading the paper a few minutes ago, and there was a guy, a young man, who went to jail for robbing somebody of $10. Listen, man, call me up. I'd have loaned you $10. Okay, I gave you $10. I mean, no sense. Listen, the population of Montgomery jail is already full. Okay, I mean, you shouldn't rob people at all. But I'm just saying, if you are, $10 is just not enough to go to jail. So the next time you find yourself needing $10, you call me. Okay, on the radio. We'll loan it to you. I'll send somebody downstairs with it. Okay, we'll just take care of it, brother. Okay, I'm just saying. I mean, there's a lot of reasons to go to jail, but that's just not one of them. Okay, $10. Come on, man. Unless you're really, 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 really hungry. Or if you sit outside the door, tell somebody you're really, really, really hungry, somebody gonna feed the brother. $10 with a gun? Come on, man. Then yesterday in Tuscaloosa, or the day before yesterday, a young 2-year-old child was killed because we shooting guns around. And now we are going to let everybody walk around without a concealed permit with a gun now. Like we're not using enough of our young black children now. Everywhere we go, there's somebody's child's been killed. This is in Tuscaloosa. But it's happening in Montgomery. It's happening in Birmingham all the time. And we want to give people the authority. I mean, people who are going to carry guns anyway. We know that. They got, laws are for honest people who are going to follow it. But I got to tell you, I think it's one of the dumbest laws that we've passed, and we've passed some pretty dumb ones. But this is one of the dumbest ones. So we just gonna let everybody go buy a gun and carry it in their pocket starting next year. How's that working for us right now? I think we need to repeal that law. Okay, at least at a minimum, we need to know. Somebody needs to know that you carrying a gun, a concealed gun. But anyway, there are a lot of problems in Alabama right now. A lot of problems. A lot of problems. But this, 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 this is a law that ain't necessary. It just isn't. I'm telling you, it is going to embolden people. It's going to embolden people who've never carried a gun to carry one. Like I went on base yesterday, right? I went to Maxwell yesterday, right? And I was back there for the first time since they passed the law. For the first time, I said, well, let me go look at me a nice one. They had one back there that fired 2 shots at the same time. I don't think you really buy that for protection because it shoots 2 bullets at the same time, and it's 22. It looked kind of neat, but I don't think I needed like a mini sawed-off shotgun. Come on. Who's that gonna hurt? But I saw the glove. And for the first time in a long time, since they passed it, since I don't know who carrying a gun beside me, maybe I ought to get my own. See, that's what I'm saying. That's what this law has done. It is going to make people who otherwise would not carry a gun at all now carry one. All right? It is a dumb law, all in the name of getting votes. Any law, there ought to be a caveat. Any law passed in an election year, okay, should not be taken seriously, okay? Because people pass laws, especially politicians, because they want votes. And they want to come across, well, I believe in the Constitution. Well, if you believe in the Constitution that much, which I don't doubt that you do, show me your DD Form 214. Okay? That's all I need to see. Show me your DD Form 214 and I'll believe you. If you don't have one of those, then I don't believe you. Okay, that you believe in the Constitution. I'm just saying, just show me one of those and I'm good. All right? I believe you there. But other than that, nah, I just believe you're trying to get a vote, brother. I'm not mad at you. That's y'all's business. It's getting votes. But I got another issue this morning too. We're gonna get into it in the next hour. We're gonna get into this next hour because I gotta find. Oh, hey, listen, I need somebody to help me out here. There's a woman's work camp, someplace out near Kilby. I need a phone number. We're gonna call them on the air today because it is my understanding that the ladies out there, they really don't have. I hate to bring this up early in the morning, but they don't have toilet paper. Our people in prison, in my understanding, Church in the Highlands gives them stuff, and they don't really get it. It goes to other people. Now, again, I'm taking this all with a grain of salt, but why would people call me up and lie about toilet paper? There are a lot of things to lie about. Tell us you're not getting nothing to eat. Tell me the water sucks, and they said that the toilets are backing up. Now, listen, guys, I understand that some people go to prison. I got that part. I understand that the only difference between most of us that are not in prison and those that are in prison is when we were stupid and young and dumb, we did not get caught. But if we were honest, if we looked in the mirror, a lot of us, I didn't say most, but a lot of us, and myself included, when I was young and dumb, I could have spent some time behind the old gray bars too. But I didn't. But that does not mean that those that unfortunately got caught, or fortunately, because sometimes getting caught is a good thing for you because it means you're still alive. But, they still ought to be treated like human beings. Okay? How are you going to give a whole bunch of women one roll of toilet paper out there? And what's the name of this place anyway? Anyway, I need a number. I'm going to call the warden out there. Somebody give me the number. I'm going to call the warden on the air this morning. That's right. We are going to see why these folks out there can't get toilet paper at the woman's thing out there near Kilby. I just need to know. Toilet paper? I mean, we can take up a collection. The state can't afford toilet paper. If the governor is so concerned about building more prisons, that we slacken on toilet paper for the ladies. You know, ladies need to do things that men don't need to do. And I'm just saying, you know, that's just wrong. That's wrong on many, many, many levels. Okay. But I'm just saying we need to work on these things. Okay. We need to work on these things because they don't need to be out there being misused and abused. I'm just saying, everybody done made a mistake. Some of us made about 13 of them. But I still wouldn't want to be treated. You know, in this state right here, we treat dogs who are dinner in some places. We treat them better than we treat human beings because they had to be in prison or for a mistake they made. Maybe it wasn't a mistake, but I guarantee they won't do it again. Okay, at least hopefully they won't. But anyway, we'll come back. So today's show, they need some toilet paper out there in that place. Okay, I'll be back. Soon somebody get me a number to the place. I think it's called a women's work camp or something. Somebody help me out here. We're going to call them up. Yeah, we're going to put them on blast this morning. Get them, treating them people that way. Anyway, we'll be back.
This report is sponsored by Indeed.com. If cold candidate calls aren't turning into hot hiring leads, then you need Indeed, because Indeed's powerful hiring platform makes it easy to attract, screen, and interview candidates, all from one place. Find your next great hire visiting Indeed.com/credit.
Much different story for today's forecast. We are cloudy and there will be widespread rain really all day long, pushing in from the west this morning and impacting everyone throughout the late morning and afternoon into the evening. Some heavy rain possible. A few rumbles of thunder, nothing severe. It will be breezy as well in the 60s. For tonight, rain will become more scattered, but still scattered activity out there. We'll have some scattered showers and storms Wednesday, and some of the stronger storms could produce some hail.
That's your first alert forecast. I'm meteorologist Tyler Savory for News Radio 1440.
Montgomery Skywatch Traffic, brought to you by Brubaker Motors. It's better at Brubaker on News Radio 1440.
Good morning, Montgomery. We've had one accident reported already this morning, so please use caution. Highway 82 and County Road 37 near Billingsley in Autauga County. They have shut the highway down in both directions at last check. Highway 82, County Road 37 in Autauga County. Get ready for spring in Midtown Plaza. Shop Shoe Carnival, Cato, Cricket Wireless, Young American Insurance, and more. Midtown Plaza on Ann Street off of I-85. Another great McClinton and Company development. Buckle up, it's the law. For Montgomery Skywatch Traffic, this is Major Delay.
When it comes to tires, bald ain't so beautiful. It's time for a tire makeover at Chico's Auto Pros. Better price, better experience, guaranteed. 239-9510.
The first best-selling non-fiction book by an African-American female author was I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings, an autobiography by the poet and civil rights activist Maya Angelou, a true Renaissance woman, and was nominated for a Pulitzer Prize for her writing.
I can do anything because God loves me, and I'm amazed at it.
We salute Presidential Medal of Freedom winner Maya Angelou.
Attention men. Have you ever been embarrassed when the time was right, but you just couldn't perform? Now there's hope. The secret starts with a visit to Montgomery Men's Health. Men from 21 to 93 are performing better than before, even when the pills don't work. Their urologist, Dr. Tom Alderson, is using treatments that can help you perform for 30 minutes to an hour and a half of full male performance, all without surgery. Your total cost for the doctor's visit, all tests, including a PSA and testosterone test, is only $99. Give them a call, even if the pills haven't worked.
Even if the pills don't work.
Problems or prostate issues.
I got you.
Erectile dysfunction and want to perform much better. Call now. 334-440-3663. That's 334-440-3663. Or go to MontgomeryMensHealth.com. Get your confidence back. 334-440-3663. That's 334-440-3663. See website for more information like side effects. Treatments extra. Results may vary. MontgomeryMensHealth.com.
If you are a man over 40, listen up, because this could impact how much you're getting done during the day and at night. The harsh reality is, once you hit 40, your body has less free testosterone. Here's the good news. Nugenix, the #1 selling testosterone booster at GNC, has changed the game again for men over 40 with Nugenix Total T, their most powerful man-boosting formula ever, and guys all over America are raving about it. Jeremy P. says, this is the best product I found to raise T levels. I plan on using the product for the rest of my life. And how about Shane D? He says, I had no drive and was tanked out at the end of the day. After 3 months, my energy level is through the roof. I work out like most 19-year-olds. I am 47. Guys over 40, you need Nugenix Total T. And right now, you can get a complimentary bottle. Just text YOUTH to 42424. It's the #1 selling free testosterone booster at GNC. But you can only get your complimentary bottle by texting YOUTH to 42424. That's YOUTH to 42424. Text YOUTH to 42424.
Do you need cash? How about an equity loan on your home, mobile home, land, or even automobile? Mortgage Corporation of the South. We've been serving Central Alabama for well over 25 years, and we help folks cash in on the equity in their homes, mobile homes, land, and automobiles. The cash can be used for anything you want, and the great thing, your credit does not have to be perfect in order to be approved.
That's good.
That's right.
Because
If you've had a
mine's not.
prior bankruptcy or slow payments, if you've had equity in your home, that is your equity. You built it up, you paid for it, and it's yours. You can get it. So get the cash you need, use the money for whatever you want. Now, let's shift gears for a second. If you have perfect credit, we have some of the lowest rates that you'll find anywhere for refinances and home purchases. And the best thing, we offer 1 hour loan approvals. That's right, 1 hour loan approval. Call us at 567-9000, 567-9000, or acsloans.com.
Make your next move, your next move, call NCS. MLS 232876, equal housing lender.
Come fix my home, Bill Bradley. Come fix my home. I need you right away. My faucet's leaking, there's water on the floor. Can't take it one more day. Come fix my home, Bill Bradley. Come fix my home. I know you won't delay.
My big price, I've done it for right. Bill Bradley, won't you please fix my home?
Come fix my home, Bill Bradley.
Come fix my home.
I know you won't delay. For one flat rate price, I know it will be right. Bill Bradley, won't you please fix my home?
Da-da-da.
Telling it like it really is.
That's the fact, Jack.
It's the Dan Bongino Show, weekdays from 11 to 2 on News Radio 1440.
Okay, we are raring to go. Now, you know what time it is of the show. It's time for the lessons of life, the things that you learn by living, and the stupid things you do because you haven't learned them yet. Okay, and I'm in that crowd. I done a lot of stupid things. They didn't seem stupid at the time, but now that I look back on it, yeah, it was kind of crazy. Anyway, good morning to you. Lessons of life. But first, before we get to the lessons of life, we must give you the word of the day. I skipped the word of the day yesterday because, well, I was kind of tired up. But the word of the day, this is my attempt to make you familiar with the other words in our lexicon of our language. Okay? Since I'm a wordsmith and all, since I'm the smartest guy in this studio at the moment. So here it is. Word of the day. Now, this word, first of all, I'm going to tell you what it means, and then I'll tell you the word. What it means is now if you look in the dictionary, under this word, you'll see a picture of me. Okay? Because it means not capable of being imitated, matchless. There's no other but me. Now, if you see this word, and here's another thing. If you see this word on your evaluation, now it can be good and bad, because that means they love you so much until they know that they got to keep you because you are incapable of being imitated. There's nobody that even matches you. So it's, or they mean that you're the worst thing they ever had, and nobody could be this stupid. I mean, that's what they could be saying. I'm just saying nobody could be this crazy, this stupid. Okay, so what is the word? Not capable of being imitated, are matchless. Nobody can match you. Okay, okay. The word inimitable. Let me say it one more time. Inimitable. 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 So when you stand up in front of your class, when the teacher asks you something, you can say, Mr. Johnson, I am inimitable, incapable of being imitated. So when I produce this answer for you on this question, you are going to be thoroughly impressed. So if you see this, then that could be good, or you could be the dumbest guy in the whole classroom and nobody wants to be imitate you. I'm just saying it may be one of those things. So watch what make sure you're in the right position before you use the word. Inimitable is the word. Not capable of being imitated. Now here's one right here. Now the lesson of life today. This is just something you learn while you live. I mean you learn these things because you just do. You cannot go a day without learning something, and this is just one of those things out of millions of things you learn through your life. I forget how old I was that day in days. I am 23,600 something days old. Man, that's a lot of days. So I look back at myself and said, well, what did I do in all those days? I mean, really? 23,000 days old? Go to Google, put in your birthday, say how many days old am I? It'll tell you. So that means we didn't waste some days. 23,000 days? Wow. Anyway, okay then. I'm gonna try not to waste as many because I know I don't have 23,000 days left. So I know that the ones I have now are precious, and you gotta do something with them. Now, here's the lesson of life today. Many people will sit by and wait for an opportunity. They will. They'll sit by and wait till somebody knocks on their door, offer them this and offer them that and offer them that. Now, unfortunately, there are many of us who waited so long until many opportunities have passed us by because you didn't get up and go meet the opportunity. I used to tell my son, Emmanuel, if you want a job someplace, put on your best clothes. Okay? Show up at the place you want to work and tell them you'll work a day for free. Because you're really interested in that job with that company. But first of all, find out who does the hiring. Okay? Because sometimes opportunity doesn't knock. Sometimes you have to be the person that does the knocking. Opportunity won't always knock. You do the knocking. Stop waiting. Okay, just tell them. Did I tell you to get my jobs? I just go fire one to work and say, hey, I can do that. Whether I could do it or not, I said I could do it. Because in my mind, I knew I could do it. But I've been blessed. I haven't really had to work too many jobs in my life. Except the Army and at McDonald's and radio. That's all the jobs I really ever worked. Well, I did work at U-Haul once. I did work at U-Haul for a couple months, passing out trucks. They fired me, though. I don't know why they fired me, though. I showed up every Sunday. I only worked one day a week. How you get fired after working one day a week? How is that possible? because it was a boring job. So sometimes I didn't pay much attention to it. All right. Anyway, so in other words, if opportunity does not knock, you do the knocking. Don't wait for it to come to you. You go to it. It is March the 15th. It is the 73rd day of this year. It was on this day in 1964, a jury in Dallas found Jack Ruby guilty of murdering Lee Harvey Oswald, the accused assassin of President John F. Kennedy, and sentenced him to death. Both the conviction and the death sentence were overturned, but Ruby died before he could be retried. Eli Whitney received a patent for his cotton gin, an invention that revolutionized America's cotton industry. Now, it's my understanding, at least by 50-50, that a black man invented this thing, and Eli just got the credit for it. 1883, German political philosopher Karl Marx, who said, the needs of the many, where he asked the question, do the needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few? Anyway, in 1883, he died at the young age of 64. 1885, Gilbert and Sullivan comic opera The Mikado premiered at the Savoy Theatre in London. In 1900, Congress ratified the Gold Standard Act, whatever act that was. In 1907, on this day, President Theodore Roosevelt signed an executive order designed to prevent Japanese laborers from immigrating to the United States as part of a gentleman's agreement with Japan. 1962, Democrat Edward M. Kennedy officially launched his his successful candidacy for the U.S. Senate seat from Massachusetts, once held by his brother, John F. Kennedy. Edward Kennedy served the Senate for 47 years, or the Senate served him, however it worked. 1965, Israel's cabinet formally approved the establishment of the diplomatic relations with West Germany. Moving right along. 1967, on this day, the body of John F. Kennedy was moved from a temporary grave to a permanent memorial site at Arlington National Cemetery in Virginia. In 1980, a LOT Polish airline jet crashed while attempting to land in Warsaw, killing 87 people aboard, including 22 members of the U.S. amateur boxing team. In 1990, the Soviet Congress of People's Deputies held a secret ballot that elected Mikhail S. Gorbachev to a new, powerful presidency. The year was 1998. India's Congress picked Sonia Gandhi, the Italian-born widow of assassinated Prime Minister Rajiv Gandhi, as its new president. In 2008, Democratic presidential candidate Barack Obama denounced inflammatory remarks from his pastor, Reverend Jeremiah Wright, who had railed against the United States and accused its leaders of bringing on the September 11th attacks by spreading terrorism. Okay, 10 years ago, President Barack Obama met in the White House with Brazilian President Luiz Inácio Lula. They got a lot of last names over there. Okay, anyway, him. Afterwards, Obama displayed divisions between the U.S. and Europe over how to tackle the world's financial crisis. Just do like Biden does, just print more money. Finance officials from rich and developing countries meeting in Horsham, England, pledged to do whatever is necessary to fix the global economy. How'd that work out for us? I don't know. Also on this day, Altoise Joanne Gore Davis, a dancer and actress and the widow of Sammy Davis Jr., died in Los Angeles at the age of 65. 5 years ago, the West braced for a vote in Crimean Peninsula to secede from Ukraine, calling the results all but a foregone conclusion. U.S. Secretary of State John Kerry urged Russia's parliament against accepting any offer to claim Crimea as its own. Anything else? 1 year ago, tens of thousands of students across the country walked out of their classrooms to demand action on gun violence. Yeah, okay, well, y'all stop bringing guns to school. You won't have to have it. And school safety. Okay, I'm just saying. You know, teacher put that wood on you, and next thing you know, you're crying to your mom and your dad. And then next thing you know, okay, you're gonna bring a gun to school. I don't know. Anyway, so that's it. That's some of the things that happened on this day in America. There are a lot of things happen. There's just some of them things, you know. I mean, history is everything man has seen, felt, and done. And so there's no way we can tell you everything. These are just some of the highlights that somebody picked. Okay, somebody pick. Also, there's going to be the Montgomery County Board of Education will hold a special call board meeting to announce superintendent candidates at 4:30 this afternoon, March the 15th. That's at the MCBOE auditorium located on 307 South Decatur Street. Also, there is a city council meeting today. I'll tell you a little bit about what's on the agenda for that. But I'm gonna have to go to this 4:30 thing because I want to see who they got. I want to see who they got. And they tell you that please know all the attendees are required to wear face masks and coverings and stuff like that. Okay, I'm with you. I'm willing to wear one for this one. Okay, because I want to see who they choosing to run the school. Okay, who's up? Who's up? And there's only two words I want to hear. Only two words I want to hear about this stuff. Okay, only two words. Okay, hey, we don't need. I told you that already. Okay, two words I want to hear from them. We'll be back.
Update on News Radio 1440.
Good morning, I'm Jasmine Williams of WSFA 12 News. Here's what's happening this Tuesday. There continues to be pain at the pump nationwide, but here in Alabama, the prices look a little better. They actually fell 1% per gallon in the last 24 hours. The Alabama average is still high, now at $4.14 a gallon. You can find the cheapest gas on the WSFA 12 News app. Now for the latest pandemic news, Alabama is either moderate or low risk for COVID-19. The Alabama Department of Public Health also reporting a new low number of COVID tests coming back, the number down to 2.6%, lowest since the pandemic started. The annual SLE Rodeo is back Friday through Sunday at Garrett Coliseum. Tickets are $20 for adults and $10 for children. Can be purchased online or by calling 1-888-2-RODEO-2. Rodeo Parade is Friday and performances Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I'm Jasmine Williams with your morning headlines.
News Radio 1440 is WLWI-AM and 95.1 HD3. This is the CBS World News Roundup, sponsored by Rocket Mortgage.
I'm Vicki Barker in London. Russia's air attacks in Ukraine increase in ferocity as its ground offensive slows in the face of fierce resistance, the backdrop to ongoing peace talks.
The big question as a fifth meeting takes place today is whether any significant progress is being made. There's been very little information emerging from the meetings. Last night, President Zelensky described the talks as pretty good, but pretty good does not necessarily mean close to an agreement. Meanwhile, Zelensky is getting a show of support today from the prime ministers of Poland, the Czech Republic, and Slovenia. The three are traveling to Kyiv to meet Zelensky in person. Steve Futterman, CBS News, at the Poland-Ukraine border.
Police searching for the serial killer who's been targeting homeless men in New York and Washington have made an arrest. CBS's Laura Podesta has that.
Police in Washington, D.C. say they're interviewing a man they believe may be the one suspected of shooting 5 homeless people while they slept on the streets. Those who knew the New York victim described the loss.
He was very kind, he was very sweet.
Really sad that people don't sleep on the street. Advocates for the homeless penned an open letter to New York's Mayor Eric Adams, urging him to reopen hotel rooms used during the peak of COVID to those now experiencing homelessness.
Texas is fighting an injunction that's blocked its plan to potentially prosecute parents who seek gender-affirming care for their transgender kids. Reporter Chris Fox is in Austin.
For the second day in a row, protesters gathered on the state capitol steps. Ricardo Martinez is the CEO of Equality Texas.
In his zealousness to persecute trans youth and their family, Attorney General Paxton has appealed the injunction. We consider the appeal baseless.
There's also pressure coming from those attending the South by Southwest Music Festival in Austin. 3-time Grammy winner Lizzo.
It's a violation of human rights.
A leaked report from the CIA's own watchdog says a suspect in the 9/11 attacks was tortured so badly he suffered permanent brain damage. Details from CBS News reporter Christopher Cruz.
The agency's inspector general says that in 2008, at a CIA site in Afghanistan, trainees lined up to slam Ammar al-Baluchi's head against a plywood wall while he was naked until the trainees were certified in an interrogation technique. The British newspaper The Guardian says an MRI performed in 2018 found al-Baluchi had moderate to severe brain damage. The report was recently declassified. A lawsuit seeking an independent medical exam of Al-Baluchi.
And a court in India has upheld one state's ban prohibiting Muslim women from wearing the hijab. Muslims calling it clear discrimination by largely Hindu authorities. This is CBS News.
That's the elk man. Yeah, we had an interesting discussion. Oh, John said, I gotta kiss nobody's tail. Nobody really does. No, not really. You gotta make a choice. You ain't gotta worry about getting no vote. No. So you just have a good time now. Enjoy life. Fired my man on the housing board. Yeah. And you don't have to pay the entire amount you borrow. The program at total financial freedom. Anybody gonna tell me? Ain't nobody gonna tell me. Don't need to know. Yeah, I know it is. But from what I learned about life, so you know about it? For about 10 years, total financial freedom has helped thousands. But he had just got hired. Leave it alone, man. You can't leave it alone. That's news. Leave it alone. That's news, baby. That's news. I got to find out. Well, you just found out. It wasn't new. You just found out. Well, it was new, but somebody told me. I know. See, you go back when somebody tells you something. Well, it's true. Yeah, it's true. Yeah. And that's news, baby. Evidently, the person that told you don't know all the facts. So maybe not. Right. He didn't say just leave it alone. Come on, man. I'm in the news radio. I got to find out what's happening. Everybody business, everybody business. I think you best leave it alone. Let it go. Okay. That's news, man. I can't get it. I got to find it. Okay. You keep searching. I got to find it. If you had come by yesterday, you would have found out, okay? Well, I'm not gonna pay you. I know you. You don't. I'm gossiping. I'm talking about people. Probably too light. I ain't talking about nobody. Yeah. I just wonder where I had been in that long. Get canned. There's always a reason. The so-called police chief that was coming in. I'm Vicki Barker, CBS News. Because he wanted the twofer. He wanted anyway. I ain't mad at it. But well, no, I don't get into it. You know, it's, I don't know who's going to be the police chief in Montgomery anyway. I think I'll let the woman do it now. Yeah, she's doing it. I mean, I've never seen a woman in a position where so many men support her, and evidently she must be doing okay. Leave it alone. You know, you can't keep getting people from the outside don't know what's going on. Exactly. We can have people from the inside. They worked out all right. Well, at least I got one bit of good news lately. Tom Brady's going to play one more year. Oh, okay. I said, right on. That's the only reason I watch football. I stopped watching basketball when Jordan left. Stopped watching boxing when Tyson left. I ain't seen nobody that interesting lately. Stop watching basketball. Well, I guess every game will be sold out in Tampa Bay and where they play because every one may be his last. Yeah. And he'll be the oldest quarterback. He still got it. Yeah, as long as he still got on. You know. Now if people keep themselves in good shape. Yeah. Evidently he's got some sort of ritual that he does. That's what lifestyle is helping us for what he does. You gotta be concerned. You can't just go and party just because you make all that money. That's true. That's the main problem. That's to get some of it out. Be in good shape. Be like Jim Brown was in just as good a shape when he left. The day he started. Didn't miss a game. They don't make them like that anymore. No, they don't. He did it without blocking. Ain't that the truth? They step aside and let him get tackled. He knocked the tackler down. That was a tough man. He's still alive. Yeah. Still in good shape. Yeah. So Jim Brown. We used to love to go and watch him at the movies. Oh yeah. Yeah. He had
that first integrated kiss with Raquel Welch. We were yelling in the theater. Go Jim! Go Jim! Hit it! Jim! Boy, those were the days. Yeah. I know our most thrilling moment I will always remember. And when Sidney Poitier was talking to that white man, and the white man slapped him, and he slapped him back.
Yeah, can't forget that one. My name is Mr. Ted.
Is it budget? What kind of name is that for a coach? What they call you in New York? They call me Mr. T. Yes, sir. They even named the next movie Mr. T.
Yeah.
Oh, and created a series that ran for years after that.
And guess who's coming to dinner?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, he played in
what
The Love of Ivy. He played in a lot of movies. He never cowed down, though.
No, he didn't.
But he wouldn't even call Clark Gable master. It was in the script for him to call.
What movie was he in?
Band of Angels.
I didn't see that.
Band of Angels was Clark Gable, Sidney Poitier, and one of those.
I've never seen that one.
Really? Oh, that was a classic, man. He was a slave, a former slave that didn't call the master master. He said he wasn't gonna ever call him that. He called him Monsieur Hammond. Monsieur Hammond. Monsieur Hammond. Yeah, you don't know what that little accent that he had.
Yeah.
Monsieur Hammond. Yeah. Band of Angels. You didn't see that one? Oh man, that's a classic.
So what year did that come out?
Must have been in the 50s.
Oh, 50s. Oh,
in
no
the 50s. Probably in the 50s and came out in the 60s, I believe. Because they would show stuff late at the Beacon Theater. It'd be second run movies. Yeah, Band of Angels. That was that song that the slave was singing. Band of angels coming after me, coming for to carry me home. That mean we getting to escape. White folk thought it was a spiritual. Next thing, no. That's when the Band of Angels. That's after the Emancipation Proclamation. If you make it to a Union garrison, you free.
And good morning, everybody. Good morning, and good morning again. Now, before we get to our show, now Donald's with me today because tomorrow I got Tim James is going to join us, and he can only do Wednesday. So I know you guys were missing Donald, so I thought I'd bring him up today and let him get it off his chest, whatever it is on it. But before we get to that, I got a message for the guys out there. Hey, fellas. Things don't work the way they used to work. You used to get up every morning, a bunch of energy. When everything used to rise in the morning, and all of a sudden, things got different. Not much energy, sluggish. Well, see, we call that low T. That's right. So what is low T? That means when your testosterone is not where it used to be. That's right. And did you know that having your testosterone checked should be a part of your yearly checkup? Well, Montgomery Men's Health is here to help you. I want you to put this number down, 334-440-3663. Now, when you get as old as I get, although I look good, but things don't work the way they always worked as fast as they used to work. So you need to go down there and get your PSA and your testosterone level checked by these folks. It's only $99. Now, something like that normally costs you a lot of money, but not this time. And you'll get the results back in a couple of minutes. Okay, couple, might be exaggerating, but within an hour, you'll get it back. Okay? It can truly change your life. Okay? Because you got to have that testosterone. Testosterone is the thing that makes a guy go in front of a car when his children are in danger. Or he's the guy that gets up out of bed in the middle of the night and seeing why things are out there not doing what they're supposed to be doing, somebody knocking on. He's the guy, that kind of stuff gets you up. It's called T, testosterone. You got to have it. And when it gets low, you get low. Okay? So you don't want to get low. So you want to make sure you call 440-3663. That's not a text number. That is a landline. 334-440-3663. Only $99 to get your life back. That's right. Matter of fact, you may even see your six pack come back. Can't promise that, but you never can tell. Depends on how far it's gone. But anyway, give them a call, 440-3663. Okay? Get your tea back. All right? That's what I'm saying. Montgomery Health Services. Men's Health Services. Okay? 334-440-3663. You ever had your testosterone checked?
No.
Well, you know you need to check today.
Why?
Well, you know, I don't know. Make sure that you all you can be.
I have a body mass index that is perfect for my age.
No, that
I'm
ain't,
not overweight.
no, that ain't got to do with body
And
mass
I don't
index.
have anything. Yes. A lot of things have to do with your body mass.
Okay, doctor.
I'm telling you, if a doctor who's a year younger than me tells me that he thinks that I'm in better shape than him, I feel I'm okay.
No, this ain't got any shape. It's a
I was 67 years old.
It's a chemical thing.
On March the 2nd, okay?
Right,
and I have guys come up to me that are my age tell me I look like I have the body of a 35-year-old, okay? So.
It could be lying to you.
Well,
I'm
not really. Not really.
Okay, well, you go get your teeth. Just get your teeth checked.
Why?
Just make sure it's all working.
Hey, I have no complaints.
Okay. All right, then.
I don't have that problem.
I see. Okay, this is radio. This is commercial. You're supposed to, yeah, I'm going to get it checked. You're supposed to say that.
No, you say that. I'm not going to lie. There are those out there who do need it. I probably know most people that are my age.
Yeah, probably do.
I'm just not one of them.
I'm going to get mine checked.
Well, good.
Not that I need to.
No, you need to.
No, I'm just going to get it checked because it, because it who knows?
You chubby flubby. You need to check a lot of things. Chubby flubby.
I ain't that chubby, brother.
Oh, that's muscle.
Okay. Well, you want to feel some of it? Okay. I'm just saying.
Okay, Papa.
Yeah. Okay. Good morning. Who's this?
Good morning.
I'm just saying.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
They got commercial, got the government saying that there's no racism anymore. We don't teach our kids to hate and all this stuff right here. But when I come out and respond to it, some of my white friends get mad, saying I'm bringing up stuff. Who brought up this stuff about race? And we can have a conversation about our field, the country should. And if you got white friends or whatever, or black friends, black person, we could have a conversation. This is in the air right now. But see, like my white friends and white brothers and sisters out there want to make commercials and make political thing out of it and killing us. We can talk about it. What do you think?
I think that is an issue that is emotional for a lot of people because they're either on one side or the other of the issue. And if you look at it scientifically, first of all, there's no such thing as race. It was created by Western Europeans to justify the colonization of the rest of the world. And if we just look at that scientifically, and historically what has happened, rather than be emotional, there is no such thing as race. There's only one race, and that is the human race. There's no way to tell scientifically what race you are. You can only tell what area or what continent you probably came from. That's all DNA can do. But it cannot define the race of a person because across Africa, you can't tell the difference between an African who is dark skinned and one who is light skinned. You can only tell by the area or the region that they were from in Africa. But that doesn't necessarily mean that the phenotype and genotype are not determined by DNA of where you're from. Because you can be an American, it's just like African Americans come in different shades and colors. How did that happen? That's because all of those women that were raped let's call it what it was. They were raped. Now, it yeah, they were raped, and that created the lighter slaves. And then if you can talk about that without being emotional, I can, because it's very close to me because of family members. I have family members who look white, okay, but they claim to be black. They don't want to be claim to be white. Okay, now they can talk about it because if and then they fool a lot of people. A lot of people think they're white and they just play along with it to get the things they want. So if you can look at it without emotion, and I've been around people who can talk about race without getting emotional about it, and just say that's the other person's problem. Race is, and this is, go ahead.
My thing is, I'm mostly talking about the racial treatment of, well, I'd say the white race in particular, the way they treated blacks and still look at blacks as beneath them. I guess we can go more.
Well, that's a culture, and we have to look at it and really, critical race theory is a college course. It is not elementary school. Talking about race is something that is up to each individual. If they don't want to talk about race in schools, that's fine with me. But don't make it a crime if a teacher is talking about something that's race related. See, when we put things into law, it makes it very complicated because now is a person breaking the law because they mentioned something about race in elementary school? And that's where we get in a clouded area. And we should have the conversations. So the conversations between adults should be adult. The conversation with children should be about children. Because a lot of times children can't handle some of the things that adults talk about because they don't have all of the information as a child. There are things you learn along the way. So we have to be very careful about that. And now it's been made into a political issue, which is basically now more of a Republican versus Democrat issue. And that makes it worse because now we are politically against each other based on race. And that shouldn't be. And that's my opinion on it.
And I try to talk about it to my white friends and associates, and they don't want to hear my side because I said, you guys put commercials on TV at the government talking about, we don't teach our kids to hate. These kids learn that from home. That you shouldn't have played with Johnny. You shouldn't associate with certain people. You shouldn't visit their homes. I hear it all from some of my white brothers and sisters, and over the years, some say I live in the past, but I talk to people. I said last week I talked to a white friend of mine. They told me that they got white friends that said they don't want their kids associated with the N word. Okay, they still sling that around. So people think this stuff going away and haven't gone away. Okay,
No, it's just the law.
Government stepped in and made laws saying you gotta behave. But if it's in your heart to act that way or be that way, you just continue to be that way throughout your life. You're gonna try to teach your kids to be that way. And some successfully in it. But when Barack Obama was in office, now get this, see your kids out there raised hand when he got in his second term. They tell their first sit down there. One or two, like the whole thing. These walk around with a Confederate flag. Young kids now.
All right. Appreciate it. I think. Not sure about that conversation. Again, don't forget today the Montgomery County Board of Education will hold a special call board meeting to announce the superintendent candidates, I believe, at 4:30 this afternoon at the Montgomery County Board of Education auditorium located at 307 South Decatur Street. Of course, they tell you that they want you to wear a mask or your face diaper, whatever you want to call it. That's cool because I'm going. I got to go see what they're offering me. Okay, I got to put my child in another school. Okay, I got to see what they're offering me now. So I got to go. If I don't hear two words, he won't be stepping foot inside another school. If somebody don't say the two words I need to hear, it ain't gonna happen. Okay, which means that they're not serious about changing the environment of our schools. Somebody just interested in getting another job.
What are those two words?
I tell you, they might hear about it. Then they won't. They'll just say it because they know I want them to say it. See, and I just think that without these two essential elements in the school system, all the rest of that crap they put out academic this and academic that. It won't mean anything. It doesn't mean much right now.
What were the two you want me?
I can't say it on the air.
Why?
Because they may get word of it, and they may just say it for the hell of it. And
Can't you tell the difference?
oh, sure, I can tell the difference, but that's a gamble that I have to take. They say it just because for public consumption, but when it comes into action, it doesn't happen. And so, but it's too late then because I've
Do you
already.
think they'll actually change what
yes,
they think because
yes.
you're on the radio?
Yes.
I don't think so.
Okay. Okay. Well, maybe not.
They may not
Maybe not.
think that those are the important things.
Exactly.
I was just
I'm just saying it's
in what
important.
you wanted to hear.
What's important to me, ought to be important to them.
Okay.
Good morning. Free lunch.
Free lunch.
No.
Okay.
No. That's
There
that-
it is. Okay. Yeah.
No,
Thanks,
no.
caller. I was wondering what it was.
Yeah, I'm prepared to pay lunch for my child. That's not the issue.
So free lunch is not good.
And to tell you the truth, there's no such thing as a free lunch. We're paying for it anyway. So as long as we're paying taxes, we're paying for the lunch too. So there's no such thing as a free lunch. Okay. No. Okay, I'll tell you.
Okay.
The two words. Discipline and order. Discipline and order. Without those two essential things in a school, it is a wasted exercise in futility.
You said that wrong.
Exercise in futility, excuse me. Okay. So anyway, order and discipline. Without those two essential elements in that learning environment, there's no learning that is going to go on. Okay. And we can do it. We can do it because we
what
do
did
it.
they say to make you think that they would implement those two?
Well, and there again,
Now, that's what.
there again is my problem. But we do it in magnet schools. We do it in those
already
schools.
told you and you don't agree.
No, I don't. No. Whether or not your parent is involved in your education has got nothing to do with who sets the environment in the school.
You believe that?
I do believe that.
You will never be
Parents
satisfied.
don't run schools.
Basically, they do because they send the product there.
That doesn't run the school, brother. I'm just sorry. That doesn't run the school. No. They send the product.
They send the
but
product
they don't.
there.
They
That's
don't.
what determines the school.
They don't create the environment in public schools. The public administration, the schools administrators do.
It really gets tiresome because
You can get tired all you want, yeah,
Thing over and
because
over
you're
again.
wrong.
It's
You're wrong.
There's no such thing as I'm wrong. You have a
Yeah,
perspective and I have one. Okay.
Mhm.
Your perspective is one thing. Mine is another. From the experiences I have,
Mhm.
that's what my perspective is based on my experience
That's
that
right.
I've had.
That's right.
Okay.
Mhm.
You haven't had the experience I have. And you claim that because you're from the
What
Midwest,
experiences do you think you've had that I haven't had?
the experience is both private school and public school.
I've had experience in both of them.
Well, I personally was in private school.
Oh, well, I've never been in private
And-
school, but
And I personally dealt with children that were in public
Okay.
and private.
kids don't determine the environment in public school.
Parents do.
No, they don't. The administrators do.
So
They don't. There is not one parent in this city that can go to any school and say, do this.
It's indirectly they are responsible.
Oh,
for
there's
the
that
product.
indirectly. Now, they send the product.
Right.
Okay. When you go in the Army, they don't let you come decide what the standards
Let me
are
ask
for
you
the
this.
Army.
Let me ask you this. Does the magnet school have to accept all students that apply?
I assume not. That's why they separate.
Okay, there you go. There's
But
a
they
difference.
did. But it's not the magnet schools a public school.
Okay. They accept a
Are
product.
they not a
that
public
they
school?
Look, they accept a
Are they a
product
public school?
that they can work with.
Right, but are they a public school?
Yes, they are.
Which means they come under the same laws, the same everything that public school does. Which means the same
No, they have
environment.
different rules.
What academic rules?
They have different rules, not necessarily academic. They have different rules for enrollment.
Well, I don't
In
know.
other words,
I don't know if that's right either.
And that's the difference.
But they
The
still are public
difference-
schools.
The difference between a public
Mhm.
school, a magnet school, and private school is magnet schools and private schools can choose their product.
The only difference is
They can
expectation.
eliminate the problem.
Well, then somebody will take somebody to court. because they ought not have the ability to create a better mousetrap over here and lead everybody else over here in a raggedy mousetrap.
Well, that's the difference. If you can pick and choose. Oh, so you think that private schools should be taken to court?
No, private schools are private schools.
Okay.
They're not funded by the taxpayer. That's their business. They can do what they want to do.
Okay.
Good morning. Who's this? Yes. Wait, who? Well, I personally don't care who's in charge, as long as they have order and discipline. I don't care who's in charge. Mm. And I personally think so. So what we're saying then, or what we are saying then, traditional schools are below level of everybody else. They are the subpar school. No, they don't. There's no law that says that. There's no law that says that. And there's still no law that says public schools got to put up with some of the behavior. Okay. There's no law that says you got to put up with the things I see in school.
Okay, so
there's no law.
So the caller has named the difference. Do you agree with that?
No. There's no law that says you have to put up with that.
We didn't say it was a law.
So why did they let it happen? Why is it happening? I mean, why is it happening if there's no law that says you got to put up with anything?
Now, here's the alternative. What you have, the traditional schools do not have an alternative for those students who are a problem. The magnet school can send them back to
the public school.
Okay, so now the traditional school has no alternative.
And that's their fault too.
So why don't we have an alternative school?
Well, that's interesting.
See, that's what I'm telling you. If you have students who are problems,
and that's where discipline comes in.
There used to be. That's what. See, this is part of assimilation.
Hey, come on, who's this?
Good morning, sir. Well, I'm using this. Kevin has changed it to the first and third Wednesday now, and now it's Tuesday because he has a special guest to take my place. Yeah. What insult do you have for me today? Oh no!
Absolutely. Oh yeah, it makes you mad enough to think you can stop the car. That's right. I believe in it. Low T. Well, now you got to call. Listen, okay. Now what you trying to ask me is it? Wait a minute. Here's what you're trying to ask me. You want wait a minute. I'm not a doctor. I'm not in the medical field, so I don't really care what it is. But I have tried some other stuff, and I'm telling you, what you're asking me is for that number, okay? Because you want that number without asking. 440-3663. Okay, you just want the number. I know about that. I know about all that stuff. Wait a minute. You got to worry about what you gonna do. Thank you. Oh, Doug Singleton, you said. I thought you're talking about Sigelman. Yeah. Oh, well, he's gonna call you. Well,
I don't even get into that. That's beyond me. That's above my pay grade.
well, we ain't talking about that right now. We're talking we're talking about low T right now. But I got to go right now because I'm 3 minutes up. I'm glad. We'll be back.
Oh goodness, are we gonna be talking about your low T all day today? Oh, and for your information, you're confusing testosterone with adrenaline.
Why do you think I'm a damn fool? You think I don't know the difference between testosterone and adrenaline?
Adrenaline is
What makes you think that I have those
adrenaline.
Confused?
Because you said it.
No, testosterone gives you some of those male attributes that we have.
Well, male or female, a person.
And women got a little testosterone, but men
adrenaline. Adrenaline can make you pick up a car.
Well, that's true. It'll give you it'll give you a temporary.
Yeah, that's adrenaline.
Right. But testosterone, I said testosterone makes you be more manly. Put hair on your face every place.
Why can't you just say, "Oh, okay"?
No, because I know the hell adrenaline is.
You didn't say it.
I'm gonna let you know this time.
You get confused.
I don't know why you think St. Jude is the only school.
What does this have to do with St. Jude?
You St. Jude people think y'all the smartest mofos in the country, and y'all not. What? Consider what your competition was.
Why can't you just take a correction and say?
Because
okay.
I'm talking about testosterone. You're talking about adrenaline.
That's what you said.
Two different things.
That's what you said.
Testosterone
makes you want to get out and jump out in front of a car. That's adrenaline.
That's being a man. You go out there.
Women don't do that.
That's true.
Women don't.
But women got a little testosterone
because women it has been a baby under a car and a woman has picked the car up. That's adrenaline.
That's right. I know what that is.
Okay.
I know what that is. Damn. I did finish school.
And what does that mean? Public school. You're a public school product.
Yours is sort of like public school kids.
You're a public school product. No, the difference we had something that evidently you didn't have in school, and that was English composition and English.
We had that too. I didn't pay much attention.
Okay.
And you know what? I've lived all this time. I lived all this time never having to take an English test.
Okay, I believe it.
I never.
I believe it.
And I ain't asking.
And it shows.
And I ain't asking nobody for no money. I'm doing pretty good for myself. Okay. So evidently I didn't need it.
Okay.
Oh, and I'm on the radio.
Okay.
Oh, well.
And what your point is?
I'm just telling you, evidently I didn't need it.
Okay.
So I'm just saying. Okay. Good for you. You mastered it. That's good.
Okay. I'm just saying.
There are a lot of smart ass guys in jail.
Oh.
Who good at English.
Okay.
It ain't me.
I think it's more than that are not good in English.
And you're probably right. That's because they had no other skills to rely upon. I do.
You do. Okay. I mean, hey, don't take it offensive, man. I mean, why do you have this thing? That was a conversation we had yesterday.
Because you guys,
where there was a thing
no.
What I'm saying is, there was a thing where the grass looked greener on the other side. Mm-hmm. I went to St. John, that was right next door to Booker T. Washington Elementary. There were the guys at Booker T. Washington that thought the girls at St. John were the most beautiful girls in the world. We thought that the girls at Booker T. Washington were the most beautiful girls in the world. You get what I'm saying?
Because people always think the grass is greener on the other side.
Yeah. So, and then that leads to envy sometimes and jealousy.
It don't lead you.
Select found Jacob 40, who's in excellent health, a 10-year, $500,000 policy for only $19 a month.
Good morning.
Select found Tanya, 40, who has type 2 diabetes, a 10-year, $500,000.
Yeah, hey, jealous, yeah.
Yes, yeah. Because you mentioned, why you mentioned that had nothing to do with St. We can be talking about anything. We're talking about the testosterone.
Let me
You
ask
brought
you
up St. Jude.
Do you have a uniform set in your car with a bunch of medals on it? I do.
And your point is?
I ain't got no reason to be jealous of you.
You a buck private.
Well, we all started off as one.
You're a buck private.
We all started off as one.
You're a private.
Okay.
Okay, so you are not. I'm happy for you.
Okay, I'm just saying.
You know, you have VA benefits because of that. And everything. I'm proud of you.
That's right.
But we all have our accomplishments.
I agree. Absolutely. I cannot build jack.
Right.
I don't know how to do that.
Right.
But no, it's Tuesday. Yeah. Yeah, no, I understand. See, everybody used to come up on Wednesday.
That's consistency.
Yes. But I got Tim James coming tomorrow. We'll see. We'll see if he's a good guy.
Let's see if he said anything other than I'm with Trump.
Well, I want to hear more than I'm with Trump.
Yeah.
Get full details on the example policies.
I'm sick of that end about I guess you gotta say Trump.
I'm with Trump. I'm with Trump. He's against Trump. I'm with Trump. Okay. He talked about Trump. I'm with Trump. That's how you win.
When you were coming in, did the sound of the radio station sound okay?
Yeah, it did.
Insufficiency or EPI.
Sometimes this microphone comes off muffled. Because I noticed when Sankey was here, it was muffled, but when the Singleton was here, it wasn't. Which microphone is Singleton? He was there. So that was this one.
Irritable bowel syndrome, Crohn's.
Yeah, it was. Oh, okay, so that's coming from.
Yeah. With my doctor about the severity of
Alrighty then. Well, you might want to use this one.
But there's good news.
Well, why? What's the problem with this one? I'll ask you contact and see if it.
Yeah, I'm
ask it if it's when I'm talking. It's that problem. Singleton was on that.
Could I have EPI?
Sponsored by AbbVie.
He is the voice of the conservative millennial, the Ben Shapiro Show.
The Ben Shapiro Show.
Now today at 3 p.m. on News Radio 1440.
Yeah, I don't know how I got from low T to talk about other things. Oh, I know I brought up the meeting today at 4:30 at the school board. They're going to present the candidates to it. They're not going to pick one. They're going to present them to the public today. So we got to go there and see. I just want to hear a couple of words. Without order and discipline, nothing else matters to me. Nothing matters to me. I don't care if they got a PhD or an ED or ODD, whatever the hell they got. None of that matters to me. If you don't have order and discipline in that environment, it's a waste of everybody's time, especially the kids. My child's anyway. Anyway, so we'll be going someplace else because that ain't going to.
Now they know the words to say.
That's right. I told you that's why I didn't want to say, but you just pulled it out of me. So that's what order and discipline.
Okay, so that's easy to say.
That's right. Easy to say. But
to implement order and discipline.
It's an amazing thing to me. We have had schools in America, public schools in America. Well, I started in kindergarten, whatever, with 1960 something. So we had order. Now you can always have kids like me. I was clown, or whatever the case may be. We're always gonna have kids that are gonna be cool. That's cool. It's a lot easier to deal with a child that's difficult if everybody is not allowed to be difficult.
Right.
But if you let everybody be difficult, then you won't be able to distinguish between those with real problems and those without. Okay. I mean, I heard some recordings of the day from my child's classroom. I just, how does people learn in that environment? Right. I do not know.
Let me ask you this. Have you ever been to Jefferson County, to any of those schools?
No.
I think that would be a good experience for you to understand that what I'm saying is correct. If you go to any of the schools outside of Birmingham area, most of them, you will see a big difference because it's basically the parents instill those qualities in the kids. If you go to Helena, Vestavia, um, even Hoover, which as large as it is Spain Park, you have all these schools that have over 1,000 students, and you don't have these problems.
I bet you still got some
But
problems.
here's the thing. Here's you don't have the problems that we're
But you
talking
do
about.
have some problems.
Look, here's what you
All
have,
kids do.
and I've told you time and time again. The, the best school in the public school system
And in Jefferson County.
is in Jefferson,
And the worst schools in
is
Jefferson
in
County.
Jefferson County.
And the difference
And the
is
difference is
expectation.
If you go to Mountain Brook and
Yeah.
you look at the parents and the children, and if you go to Birmingham and you look at the parents and the children, look at the parents.
If the school's policy is, if the school's policy,
Mhm.
regardless of what your parent is, if the school's policy is you show up for school every morning with a belt on, your shirt, and your pants. That's the policy. It's got nothing to do with the parent. The parent can leave you at the door with your shirt out of your pants and no belt on. If the school said, "I'm sorry, Kevin,"
That's really not the issue.
they got a dress code. Yes, it is. That's just one of the things. So if the school has policy that they tell you this is what we do, and if you drop your child off in contradiction to that policy, they don't have to let you. They can send you home. They don't have to let you in their school. It is not the parent that make the school environment. It is the people who administer the school.
I keep telling you.
That's crap.
It's the product.
That's not true. That's not. I'm sorry. That's wrong.
It's the product.
Okay.
That is created by the parent.
I don't care what the parents create. You don't. If the school says you come with your shirt and your pants and your belt on, and if your child shows up without his shirt, without his belt, and without a shirt and his pants, you can either make him put his shirt in his pants and call his parents and say, "Bring a belt." If you allow, but that's all part of the discipline.
Well,
that's all part of the
discipline right now.
Yeah.
Okay. And that's the parent's responsibility.
At home it is, but at school it is the school's responsibility.
Expected to be the same at home and at
I'm
school.
sorry, that's irrelevant. I mean that's irrational. The school makes the policies at school, and the parents make the policies at home. You would hope that they will send their child prepared.
If you don't follow those policies, what do?
You need to put them out. Send them home to their non-existent parent, whoever it is. Send them home. Don't spoil the whole environment for everybody.
Now that is against the law.
Show me in the law where it says that. I've looked for it for 20 years.
Compulsory education.
You have to educate.
You have to.
Then put them online. Put them online. Put them online.
It's called.
Yeah. Well, we got online schooling now, so make them go home with the Chromebook.
If they don't do anything in class,
that's
they're going to do it.
That ain't my problem.
Okay.
That's not my problem. If your parents let you do nothing at home, that's on them. I don't got nothing to do with that. I don't care. I'm just sick of all the excuses being made for kids who show up in school. But it is an excuse.
Reason.
Yeah.
There, until there's an alternative for those students, you will have the problem.
Good morning. Morning. Well, he's wrong. I understand. Right. Right. They got a great policy. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Absolutely. That's right. Right. And I had a teacher tell me, really, and I had a teacher tell me a couple weeks ago, well, listen, I got to get I got to pay my rent. I understand that. But until you're willing to sacrifice something, our school system is going to continue to go down. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Two of us right this morning. We'll be back right after this. There's some testosterone up in there.
This is amazing how we go through the same argument.
We got the same problem. We got the same problem every day in
well,
Montgomery.
Well,
same problem.
Well, like I said, if you take the emotion out of it and be realistic, we have a problem. Let's come with some solution.
And the problem is discipline. The solution is
discipline.
discipline.
I agree with you.
And whether the parents give it to them or not.
Until we get lawsuits for taking care of the problem, where these problem kids need to be in an environment where there is
and
more
that superintendent, whoever it is,
they're not gonna do it. They're gonna
exactly.
They're gonna want that six-figure job, and they come in and they say, okay, this has been going. That's the same thing in Birmingham. That's the same thing in Mobile.
But watching only black schools that have this problem.
It's predominantly black.
Exactly.
That's where they've let the inmates run the asylum.
But why? Is there
because people
missing?
Want to keep their job. The inmates run the asylum. You know what? There was no problem at Booker T. Washington. You had just as many bad kids then, but you didn't have the white society telling you can't do this, you can't do this, and you can't do this.
Well, white folks in school now.
What I'm saying, when it was segregated,
right?
You did not have a problem in Booker T. Washington. You did not have a problem at Carver. You did not have a problem at Lovelace. You know why? Because we ran the system up and down. We ran it our way.
Right. So since the school system is ran by black folks now, for the most part,
but we don't run it now.
Who runs it?
We run it under the policies of white. We don't run it under black folk policy. We run it under the policies given to you.
But I read the policy under the whites.
Look at here.
And it says exactly what I said.
Here's what you do. You could deviate. Look, if you had back then, and I keep telling you, and you keep disagreeing. When we had Miss Nars, there was one truant officer, and it was a woman. Everyone knew what her job was. Mm-hmm. If you are not in school during the time of school, Miss Norris will take you, and it was rare for a girl to do. I never heard of a girl skipping out of school. It would be a boy. She would take you to the reform school, which we call the form school, the reform school. And there was no certain time she would keep you. There was no certain time she would let you out. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. It was under her discretion how long you stayed. But now you have truant officers that have to have a hearing with the parents, and then all they can do is a few days of discipline. You're taking a kid that doesn't want to be in school anyway, and you give him a few days out of school. Right. What does that do? That's the problem, Kevin. You giving the kid what do you want? If I act up, I know I'm going to get put out for a few days. I'm going to act up. If I want to be out in there.
As long as he's out of the class, I don't care what he do.
But then again, you still got those in there.
Well, we still got issues.
Now he's still coming back.
And that's where the parent, now at that point, then you hold the parent accountable for where he is or where he is not. But you know,
what do you have now? You get it into law. What in the law that says you hold the parent accountable?
I believe you can. I believe you can
You believe?
When I was coming
Do you
up,
know?
I do not know, but I believe you can get in contact with the Department of Health and Human Resources and get some help with counseling of your child. I believe you can do that if he has issues.
They already have it.
But give him a
The
pill and give him
kids
an
are on the
ODD.
DHR
Give
already.
him an ODD diagnosis. Ain't
See,
helping
there
nobody.
again, you give them a pill, you dope them up, and then if they don't take the pill, they act worse.
Well, if he just shuts up, I'm good.
But see, you keep saying something, and I'm saying there is a solution to the problem.
Sure there is.
And it's radical.
Right.
And we have to agree on what the problem is first.
I agree. We need a reform school.
Right.
That's what we need.
Right. Now, we can agree that the problem in school are those few kids who disrupt the class.
Right.
Now, if you take those few kids out and you let the other kids know that this is punishment.
Yeah.
That it's not just a free ride. That you know what you do? You give them even Saturdays of school.
Oh yeah.
So you see, if you go to the reform school, you go to school 6 days a week. You go and you do some kind of.
But our people don't want to do that.
I'm telling you, as long as we argue about what the problem is, then we can't fix the problem. But we know that there are a few kids who are the problem.
Yeah.
What do we do with it?
Okay, we're back. 860-14-4. There was one important thing I wanted to get on today, but we'll get to that next hour. Good morning. Who's this? Hello. Morning. Come on. Mm-hmm. Send him home. Call his parents, let him in office, and tell him to come back and get him. You keep having them come back and get them. And sooner or later, they'll get the message. They need to send their kid to school dressed appropriately. That's not our problem. That's not our problem, though. I agree. Mm. Mm. She's going to employ discipline.
But the parents agree to that.
Well, okay. Not in the state of Alabama, they don't. They don't. In the state of Alabama, you can put corporal punishment on any child by law. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, Shamika gonna show up raising hell, you know. and you send Shamika, right? You send Shamika home with her child. Mm-hmm. They do. And we got all these guards in school. Yeah. So. Mm. Hey, I understand. And me too. Yeah. 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 I understand. Mm. Mm. Yeah. I heard that. Hey, I appreciate it. I gotta take one more call before I get out. I got what, about a minute left here, so let me see. Good morning, who's this?
Good morning, Mr. Everett. And I don't know why you still trying to give these parents a break. Now, my mother had 8 kids, and when she raised her 8, she had a friend that did y'all talk to me for foster care.
Mm-hmm.
She got them foster care children, and they told them they couldn't read.
Mm-hmm.
If you see some of them kids now after they left my mother's home,
Mm-hmm.
what they accomplished in life, that would, get rid of your spirit that is not the pain.
No. Listen, again, no. What your mother did was she applied discipline and order. That's right. But all these kids, just because you don't have discipline and order at the house, doesn't mean the school has to get rid of discipline and order. Mm-hmm. Discipline and order. Discipline and order. Right. But it wasn't her house. Wait a minute. They weren't at their house. They was in her house. And she applied discipline and order. Right. I got you. Hey, I gotta go, man. I'm sorry, I gotta run. Our time's up.
Actually, you're proving my point.
There's no excuse. There's no substitute for discipline and order. There's just no excuse not to have it. Schools can have it. They just won't employ it. But they won't. I'm sick of it. Well, we don't have an alternative.
Now for the latest pandemic news, all of Alabama is either moderate or low risk for COVID-19. The Alabama Department of Public Health also reporting a new low number of COVID tests right now. The number down to 2.6%, lowest since the pandemic started. The annual SLE Rodeo is back Friday through Sunday at Garrett College. Tickets are $20 for adults and 10 for children. Can be purchased online or by calling 1-888-2-RODEO-2. Rodeo Parade is Friday and performances Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I'm Jasmine Williams with more morning headlines.
News Radio 1440 WLWI AM, the home of the Dan Bongino Show. Also on 95.1 H. This is CBS News on the Hour, your home for original reporting.
I'm Vicki Barker in London. Russia's offensive in Ukraine grinds on as peace talks enter a 5th day. CBS's Steve Futterman is watching from the Polish-Ukrainian border.
We will certainly be looking to see if either side gives hints today about any possible progress in these talks. This is the 5th time the two sides have met. Today, once again, it will be done by a video link. In recent days, Ukraine negotiators have said their Russian counterparts had become more constructive, and last night, Ukraine's President Zelensky labeled the talks as pretty good.
And the UN has just said 3 million refugees have now fled Ukraine. CBS News has learned President Biden could soon head to Europe to meet with NATO allies, though it's not clear if they're prepared to rethink Ukraine's plea for a no-fly zone. CBS's Nancy Cordes.
A new CBS News poll shows 59% of Americans support a no-fly zone, though the support drops to 38% when Americans consider that it could be taken as an act of war.
Police searching for a serial killer who's targeted homeless men in Washington and New York say they've made an arrest. D.C. Police Chief Robert Conti.
We just honestly don't know a lot of things, but the things that we do know that link these cases together certainly suggest that this person has already murdered more than one time.
An arrest overnight in connection with Saturday's multiple stabbing incident in New York.
Not all of that. Well, now, I hear people say that, but do we really know that they're the cream of the crop?
Yeah, because first of all, education is number one. Right. In a country in India and Korea and all those countries, first of all, education is number one to get ahead. Okay, and they value education because it's hard to get. Well, but see, there are more poor people in India than there exist in the United States. There are more poor people in one city in India than there are in the United States. You get me? Because you got cities in India that have 16 million people. Okay? Yeah, look it up.
Support the bill, and it hasn't even been brought up in the Senate.
16 million. You got neighborhoods that have 2 million people. I mean, one neighborhood, 2 million people. Okay? So, what we're seeing is the best of the best. Because there are more people in one neighborhood in India who are poorer than the whole state of Alabama. Okay.
Now Mississippi going to look like they're going to can. I'm with you. I think CRT is a college course.
It is. And talking, see what has happened. Right-wing radio has transformed a conversation that is in college into something that they're saying is taught in school. So if a teacher is talking about race at all, they're calling it critical race theory, which that's not. A conversation about race is not critical race theory. In other words, if you talk about slavery, that's not critical race theory. But if you say slavery was an occupation that was this and it was all that good, see, that's the way it's been portrayed. That it was a voluntary situation, that the slaves were better off, they weren't mistreated. But then when you say no, slavery was where all of the women were raped. That's how you produce mulatto children, from raped women. But then it's been transformed that the women were promiscuous.
Well, you remember my number.
Resolving over $1 billion in tax debts for their clients. Call Optima now for a free consultation.
Call 800-343-6460.
Wait a minute, you didn't call this number.
800-343-6460. 800-343-6460.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
241-9998 is always my number.
Julian Assange's latest appeal against extradition to the U.S. His lawyers say he may yet launch a final appeal. And justice delayed in Michigan due to COVID.
The trial of 4 men accused of plotting to kidnap Michigan Governor Gretchen Whitmer has been postponed until Thursday. Someone described as an essential participant has tested positive for COVID-19. Adam Fox, Barry Croft Jr., Daniel Harris, and Brandon Caserta are charged with planning to kidnap Whitmer in retaliation for her COVID restrictions during the early months of the pandemic. Jennifer Kuiper, CBS News.
And finally, a year to the month after the Ever Given container ship blocked the Suez Canal for a week, crews in Chesapeake Bay are scrambling to deflect its sister ship, ironically named the Ever Forward. It got stuck on Sunday night as it tried to head from Baltimore to Norfolk, Virginia, but the smaller ship's grounding's unlikely to cause as much trouble as last year's crisis because it's not blocking traffic. I'm Vicki Barker, CBS News.
The City of Montgomery Department of Cultural Affairs is calling all creative minds. The department exists.
All right, I appreciate it. Thanks. All right.
They're committed to strengthening
Okay then. Thanks.
organizational and individual cultural endeavors.
Gotta be there.
The Elfman. So what's the important subject you're pushing into in the next hour?
Well,
okay.
And I hate to sound like Saint, but some of the things that are going on at this women's prison out here next to Kilby, they left the prison and left all the women with no toilet paper. And I'm saying women have special issues that need to be dealt with, not like guys. I mean, I was swinging and hanging.
No, I can tell you this, it just I understand Saint's point on things, but it's hard to get a lot of sympathy for people who are incarcerated.
But therein lies the problem.
Therein lies the problem. But there are problems, and then when you find now there are a lot of inconsistencies and improprieties that go on in women's prisons.
Sure.
I know that because I know people in the prison, not inmates, but that work there.
But the prisoners are not responsible for that.
They're not. They're not. I got you. The prison system itself is broken. Okay. There's only one women's prison.
Those are. But this ain't a women's prison. This ain't like this is a workplace.
Work release.
Work release thing with.
That's just a management problem.
Well, exactly. But women should not be left.
No one should be that way, Kevin.
Come on.
Yeah. No one should be that way. I mean that gets into a finger pointing issue and it's someone that's in charge.
Well, they
and,
are.
and it actually what you're talking about is really an easy fix, and it's just been brought to your attention. There are a lot worse problems than no toilet paper.
Oh yeah. Sure there is.
But
Sure there.
but that's just but then you get into a conversation about just prison in general, and look, it's first of all they're overcrowded. Now work release is totally different. You know, that's like halfway house. You're not really totally in prison, but you have to report every day, but you come out and work.
Mhm.
But that's a management problem. Now that one there, that's not the prison system. That is a management problem.
Well, that's part of the prison system.
No, I'm just saying that is a management problem at
But
that
it's still
facility.
part of the prison system.
It's a facility problem.
Right, but it's still part of
And it's unique. And you know what? That should be fixed now before you even talk about it.
But it ain't been fixed. They did it last weekend too, and it still ain't fixed. So I'm just gonna bring it up a couple minutes so that maybe somebody will listen and they'll do something.
That's a facility problem.
But that facility is
but
still
it's not.
part of.
But what I'm saying, it's not a major problem.
It's a major problem. You got to spend the whole week.
I got you. I mean, it's a particular issue. I mean, it's keying in on
Right.
a particular issue. But it's just so hard.
It is.
The prison system is just
but if we can't do anything, you know that the prisoners can't do anything.
Yeah.
They're left at the mercy of people who don't really give a crap about it.
Yeah.
And I understand. But the only reason between us and them, seriously, there's crap I did coming up that I could have been in prison for.
Right.
And so I mean, treat them justly. What's the Bible say? Treat people.
Now, what? You know, you don't have to say, but how did you get to that? How did that come? It was somebody on work release told you about it?
They called, and it was from the prison because it said when the call came, it was from prison. And again, I leave the prison stuff up to Sankey and people.
I think that one of that. See, that's really a case where why don't you just tell the people that's prison?
Because they never answer the phone, and I've called. They never answer the phone. Like Ham, the new guy in charge of Department of Corrections. They never call you back. So my only recourse is to put it on their way. You try to call them privately, but you know they don't call you back.
Have you say that about a lot of folks.
And they don't.
What number did you call?
I called the number that's in the book. Okay. There ain't no sense calling the governor. I don't think she know what a phone will look like.
She's with Trump.
I'll be around. Okay, I remember this song when it came out. I'm good. It's one of those great songs. So, spinners. All right. 860-1440. Before we get to anything else, I got to take this one right here. Let me see who this is. Good morning. Who's this? Yes, Doug. Good morning. Yeah. Okay, Montgomery Thrive, THRIVE. Okay. Well, all right. Well, thank you, Commissioner. Appreciate you getting back with us.
Yes, good morning. How are you today?
Okay. It's always good to be remembered. Mm. Yeah. Okay. Thank you, sir. All right. Appreciate it. All right. Now, my one thing I'll talk about for a couple minutes, and then I'll be done with this. But I got a call from the ladies. It's not the ladies' prison because the ladies' prison is in Tutwiler, but there's a place out on near Kilby that houses people on work release. And I think they said that the warden out there is the name of I got her name here somewhere, but I'll get her name if I get to it. But evidently, when the cadre left or the staff left one day this weekend, they didn't have any toilet paper whatsoever. Now, I understand that it's not of all the problems in the world, that's not probably one that bothers most of us because most of us got paper. But now I've been places where I had to use leaves. I understand that. Those things happen in life. But it seems to me that when we put people in prison, often we tend to forget about them. And I understand that sympathy for prisoners is not high on people's priority. I understand that. Until you remember that you could have been there too. Okay. This is not an excuse for people, but if the state is going to take the responsibility and incarcerate people, then they also take the responsibility for their welfare. And if the state can't do that, then stop putting them in prison. Let them go someplace else. Put them on a boat, someone on a new island. At least they can use leaves. But it is almost inhuman to treat people that way at this place. And the warden and I got her name somewhere up here, but I just can't figure out where it is at the moment. But I think she needs to be removed. Okay, if you can't manage a thing like toilet paper for your inmates, so they don't have to use their hand, and females have different issues than men do. Okay, and I just think that it's a shame and a disgrace. And to Mr. Ham, whose office I have called on a number of occasions, have yet to return a call. His people, his press people, anything like that. I can only ascertain that they don't give a crap. Okay, and I got to tell you, if your neighbor's house breaks down, it's an inconvenience. When your house breaks down, when your house catches on fire, it's a tragedy. So while some of you folks out there running our prison systems may think it to be just an inconvenience, I guarantee you, if you were in there, it'd be a whole lot different. Matter of fact, one of our great politicians had an opportunity to meet some of that. Don Siegelman, wouldn't meet with some of the prison people sometime until he ended up in one. Okay, so I just think it changes your perspective if you have to go out there and to not have toilet paper. Governor, Mr. Ainsworth, the lieutenant governor, Mr. Ham, who got Department of Corrections, and the warden out there, it's a shame. It's a shame. I wouldn't like to know my sister or somebody was out there or they got treated this way. And I'm gonna leave it alone after this. We treat dogs better than people in this state. If you left your dog outside in the rain, somebody would call the animal people and they would come take your dog. But we leave people in prison and it's raining on them and we say sorry about that. That's my editorial for this morning. Okay. Don't look at me like I just you don't treat people bad because they happen to be in a bad situation. You just don't do that. That's crazy to me. And we got a new guy now. He's been on the job long enough now to see what's going on. We got a new guy now, Mr. Ham, the other guy that can. Well, he left when they said you can. But anyway, that's my big thing for the day. Treat people fairly, treat them right. Just because you have to be in prison. But I got to tell you something. With all the laws on the books in America, none of us can go through the day without breaking one. It's just a matter when only thing matters is when they want to get you, they can get you. All right. Anyway, 860-1440 number. You want to give us a call? Love to talk to you. What's up on your mind? Good morning. Who's this? Yes. All righty then. As a matter of fact, there's a city council meeting tonight. City council meeting, and more. They got these things, Donald, called event centers now, which used to be called clubs, but now they call them event centers.
No, that's different.
Well, it's supposed to be different, but
No, it's event center.
Event center.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. It looks like we have a proliferation of event centers now, all over the place. Everybody coming in front of city council now. Everybody wants an event center, okay, rather than just call it a club. We call it an event center now. And liquor licenses are still that issue down there. Some people come, and it does seem that everybody named Pateo gets theirs. It just seems that way.
That's two different things.
But they still get a liquor license. Still get a liquor license. I understand that the event center and the service station are a little different.
One is on premises,
right?
And one is off.
No, I got you, but they never get turned down.
It's off premises.
Okay.
These are businesses.
Okay. Well, just
service stations, package stores.
Yeah.
We call them pack-a-sacks, all of them sell, and they have to renew those. That's all that is. The majority of those are renewals.
I guess it is. Good morning. Who's this?
Kevin, good morning.
Good morning. Yes, Ed.
Good morning.
Hey, Kevin, you know probably one of my biggest pet peeves in Montgomery, Alabama is we're not allowed to use the word panhandlers.
Oh, you're not?
No, you're not supposed to use that word, because we violate their First Amendment.
Okay, well, I'll use it. So what about those panhandlers?
I want to tell you about the newest one and what happened to me personally yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
There's a woman that literally hangs out. If you're coming off, and first of all, Taylor Road going into East Chase, probably one of the busiest intersections in Montgomery. This woman is in the intersection, going out, she's holding her sign, and she's coming up to cars. She came up to my car and literally beats on your window and holds the sign up, wanting money from you. In the intersection, now look, everybody thinks I'm just a hard ass and I don't care about people in need. That's just not true. This is a public safety issue. She's in an active intersection. She could cause another car to hit another car. She could get run over. Personally, I think somebody's going to shoot her ass.
Well, everybody's carrying it now,
Well, if you come out beating on a car window, you might get a surprise. But here's my question to you, since our wonderful mayor does not want to address this and violate their First Amendment right. What if I want to? Okay, what if I want to do that? I want to go out to the airport and stand on the runway and hold a sign up. Am I allowed to do that? No. It's a public safety issue. That's the way the city of Montgomery has to address this and quit, dealing with this First Amendment bull crap. It is when they're in the intersection, it's a totally different situation now. It's not someone asking for assistance. You're not violating their First Amendment rights. You're not allowed to be in an intersection. Period.
Listen, that makes sense. Wait a minute. Who said you can't use panhandling? Is that a law?
Well, that's just part of their,
Oh, so it's political correctness.
Yeah.
Right.
I will
Right.
tell you, the next time they have a public safety meeting, which it got canceled, it was scheduled for the 9th. There's a lot of Supreme Court rulings on this issue and how they identify what is panhandling and what's not. I'm just telling you, go to other jurisdictions, they don't have the issues like we have. Montgomery is, look, and I'm not lying, it's out of control.
It is out of control. It is a job. Right. It's a job for these people. They make money. And like I was telling the mayor or somebody, they need to get a license. So start identifying them. Start identifying them. if we want to talk about freedom of speech and right, we have a right to know who you are. If you're coming in our city, taking.
I'm not with you on that part of it.
Why not? They're making money.
It's just out of control. You can't go anywhere, and I deal with a lot of seniors, knowing what I.
So you don't think we should know who they are? What if they robbers? Why not? They're making money. They're making more money than some of us making every day. It's income. Well, okay.
She's gonna get hurt, and that's just one. And I called the patrol supervisor, and they said they were gonna send somebody else, and they never did.
Right.
So anyway,
all right.
I'm just fed up with it.
All right.
And that's my thought for the day.
Appreciate it. And I don't know why it's like the city of Montgomery don't have lawyers worth anything. We can't beat the SPLC or the SP, whatever the hell they are. We can't beat them in one court case. So all they got to do is come to a city council meeting and bring some people with some stupid signs up, and we give in like a wet noodle. That's what we do. We give in like a wet noodle, and they continue to mock us, continue to mess up our streets, leave trash every place. I don't get it. So we need to fire our city attorneys and win and get a city attorney, pay them some money, and so we can win a case every once in a while. Don't be intimidated by the SPLC, Southern Poverty Law Center, where there ain't nothing impoverished about them. 860-14-4 is the number if you want to give us a call up and talk to you. Good morning, who's this? Yes. This is, I'm doing fine. Mm-hmm. I don't want to move to but I don't want to move them to another exit. I want to move them to another town. There's too many. There's too many of them. It's a job. There's too many. Yes. Well, of course, now, I don't work for the police department, so I can't tell you. Mm-hmm. Listen, I do have some thoughts about that, but again, I don't scared to express them at the moment. I think you gotta talk to people in the police department and see what the standard operating procedure is. Okay, and it may be I don't know. Maybe it's cultural, not more. Maybe it's cultural, not necessarily racist. I don't know, but why is it people? Why is it? Wait a minute. Why is it our color people that keep shooting in my neighborhood every night? Okay, brother. 2 nights ago, I heard about 40 rounds go off. I don't think 40 rounds are going off in Wind Lakes. Yeah. All right. Yeah. All right. Appreciate it. One more. Good morning. Who's this? Well, I'll tell them about it, but yeah. Well, okay. When you, I know when you guys tell me about it, I normally go and talk to my engineer. He's working on it. Okay, we work. It's a work in progress. This is AM. I mean, this ain't FM. We work. We do the best we can. We'll be back.
So they're saying the call in is muffled. Is that what's happening, Kevin? So it's the call in that's muffled?
I guess because you can't hear it in here. Some people's phones that suck, and they on these speaker things. They need to.
I think that's more the case.
They need to pick up the phone.
Very interesting. Very few people have a landline.
If they're gonna buy a cell phone, buy a good one. Get them a Samsung or Apple. Not Apple, get Samsung. At least I know these are foreigners who are fixing these phones. Apple bring their phones back to America like they make them over here and charge us. They charge us like they made them here.
Isn't that everything?
Yeah.
Like the tennis shoes? They charge you like
that's
that.
a shame.
That's a
They take $15 to make a tennis shoe in Korea. $15. And they'll come over here, that same tennis is going to be $200-300.
Marketing, man. Come on,
that's the only thing I don't like about Michael Jordan.
Well, it's marketing.
I know.
You can't blame me. I mean, people don't have to buy it. It's like George Foreman grill. It's marketing. Which a George Foreman grill is a good product.
Yeah.
For the price too. I'll give him that.
You got one?
I'd have gave it away. I didn't use it.
I mean, skill.
I don't fry.
Skill is just good to me.
Yeah, I don't fry that much. But I'm just saying, if you want to put big burgers on and stuff like that, it's a nice little gadget. But you're right, skillet. I don't want to go through the trouble of cleaning it up.
Yeah. But you got to clean up the grill. You got to clean up the grill.
No, I said I don't want the grill.
Yeah.
But I'd rather just go outside and grill. I don't have to clean that right away. Clean that next time you barbecue on it. I got a charcoal.
Just cook it off.
Yeah, just cook it off.
Teacher Ann Sullivan came into her life. Their relationship was
Ratchet and Ribbon, I don't have to
in
put
the
soap and
miracle
water on.
worker, and no one will ever
I got
forget
cast
how
iron
Sullivan
grits.
taught Helen to communicate by spelling out words
Yeah,
in her
the
hand.
help man.
Helen became
How's
a
Marcy doing?
world-renowned
She's still in
author
the
and lecturer
room back there?
and a global
She wants you to call.
ambassador for the disabled.
Okay, what you got
The
going?
extraordinary Helen Keller.
Like a little porch built.
Well, onto that.
No, on the front somehow. So call.
It's a great book, Joe. You're going to be autographing them, right?
They call me. I don't remember calling me.
Extra. No, I'm kidding. Yes.
I told her, she said, no, let him call me. So you said, let her call you. She had it done, so we just call.
We had an impact.
Yeah.
No, it makes it easier for me because if someone wants something, they'll call me and tell me what they want.
Well,
but I don't call. I feel like that's soliciting if I call someone.
No, she wanted me to call you, but I just told you.
For over 50 years, you've trusted Bill Bradley to fix your home. So when it's time to replace your HVAC system, we'll come fix your home and give you a $300 instant rebate. This month, Bill Bradley Services is offering a $300 instant rebate on any HVAC system replacement.
Well, it's not a man thing. It's just that you're the one I talk to, so I just handle everything.
Well, she wants you to call. I just told you.
You're a man. And you just remembered that.
Yeah,
just remembered. And so she's thinking that I'm not calling because I didn't.
Well, she did say she talked to you once, and you said you was gonna call her back, and you never did.
That's probably true because I very seldom remember. Look, man, I have sometimes. Sometimes I remember. That's why I tell people to call me. You want me to call me? You got my number, no problem. Just call me. Well, you tell her I said call me because I got a bad memory. Because I'm available anytime. I don't know when she's available or whatever. What her schedule is. Well, they're bombing Kiev.
Yeah, they are.
That's going to be some carnage there, man. Yeah, I think Putin underestimated Ukraine.
I tell you what, I used to be kind of hesitant about wanting to get involved with the Russians, but they ain't scared no more.
Well, you gotta stop him. See, he's not gonna stop. If he wins in Ukraine, he's not gonna stop. Because he said his goal is to reunite the Soviet Union.
That's what he said.
That's enough. I already got it.
Oh, well.
The harsh reality is, once
You can't say I didn't get
the
other one.
Yeah. Putin thought NATO had broken up. He thought Trump had dissolved.
I thought when you hit 66, you didn't have to worry about how much money you made.
You got a limit of 40,000 a year.
Yeah. Oh, that's in combination with.
No, you can make up 40,000 a year before. Then they'll start taking taxes out and reduce your check. It's 40,000. You get a. How old are you? How old are you now?
64.
Well, well, after it changes again, I think after you're 65. So you're 65 now.
Okay, 65 you make.
Yeah. I think it changes again because you have to either opt out of Medicare or let it happen.
Yeah.
You have to opt out.
Oh yeah, sent me a thing. Yeah, I opted out of part one. These days. They're gonna give you Social Security and take $200 away from you. Get that crap because it costs $170 for part to take out your check. Yeah. All righty then. We are back. We're live. We're not taped. We're here. Anyway, what else is going on out there? Saudi Arabia kills 81 people at one time. Mass execution. And we still do business with them. Man, I mean, that's brutal right there. I mean, 81 at a time? I mean, wow. I used to thought they was friendly people.
But that's a crime deterrent.
Yeah, it sure
They
is.
execute them all at the same time. And those who have been thieves, they cut all their arms off at the same time. They don't have that much crime, though.
Yeah, would you?
Out of the whole country, there's only 80 people this year.
So they just get them all together one time and kill them.
Yeah, I mean, that discourages crime. It make it public. Everyone knows, okay, this is what's going to happen to you. Maybe we should do that in America. I'm just saying, I don't really believe in capital punishment.
81 people.
Mm-hmm.
And some of the crimes are belonging to militant groups.
Mm-hmm.
That's worth the death penalty?
Yeah.
And it's the largest mass execution carried out in the kingdom in the modern history. The number of executed surpassed even the total in January 1980 mass execution of 63 militants. Man, convicted of seizing the Grand Mosque in Mecca in 1979. The worst ever militant attack target in the kingdom, Islam's holiest site. Well, you don't mess with Mecca.
Yeah.
You don't mess with Mecca now.
You pay for it.
Yeah, okay.
They don't have any problem with insurrections there.
So what do you think about this? Everybody gets to walk around with a gun now and start next year and conceal, and nobody got to know they got it. But that's why you call it conceal, I guess. But the state won't have any. Now, evidently, you still got to have one if you're going to leave the state of Alabama.
Right.
Okay, what do you think? And you can carry it in your car. For those folks who ask, with this, you can carry it in your car.
That's just asking for more trouble because now you're saying everyone that probably wouldn't have, not everyone,
Which is
a lot of people
who wouldn't have will get one now.
So now you have a proliferation of of gun possession.
And that is my
which
problem,
is going
too.
to proliferate the problem of gun violence. More guns mean more. Yeah, I know
Yeah.
guns kill people.
Yeah, I
you
know. But anyway,
you know,
have
people kill people, not guns. But if it's like the Wild West, except they're hidden.
you will embolden people who normally would probably use an air of caution.
Right.
Now that they got a gun, their temper will go quicker.
Right.
Their patience will dissolve, and now I guess you still can't. You still now according to them, you're not supposed to show up at a political rally or a school, and stuff like that. But who's gonna do that intention? Nobody. That's why it's concealed.
It's concealed.
Yeah.
So
Oh well.
you opened up for that problem.
Well, when somebody get killed, when the police kill somebody, saying I thought he was coming with a gun, so we'll see. Then we're gonna be marching down the street and say lives matter again. Okay, all because Alabama legislator thought that it'd be a great idea to get some votes to let everybody walk around with a gun and nobody knows they got it.
Guy could be pulling out an handkerchief.
Yeah.
The police will say, I thought he had a gun.
Good morning. Who's this? Pretty good.
Good morning.
Wait a minute, that ain't got nothing to do with us. Yeah. Yeah. I fear for my life. No, I would not. No, I would not. It's crazy to me. All to get some votes, some temporary votes. It just makes no sense. Yeah. Yeah. Mm. Yeah. Well, it's a bad law, and I hope somebody has a good sense to at least require people to get a license to carry a concealed weapon. And something is going to happen. Something is. It's not a matter of if. It is going to happen. Yeah. Yeah. All right. All right. Appreciate it. Jesse Smollett, the guy in Chicago who got 150 days in jail or something like that. What do you think about that?
I mean, it's just a high profile case. I mean, it was stupid. A narcissistic fool made it bad for a lot of people who might be under a situation where it will be reality.
Think his punishment was too much?
They'll say, oh, it's just another Jesse Smollett. No. I think he did a great injustice to a lot of people out there.
Yeah.
You know, being a gay black male put in danger a lot of other people under the same situation.
And he could have caused a lot of people to get hurt.
Yeah, and because he was, and all for his own personal reasons. It was just his personal satisfaction to be famous, and felt sorry for him and all that. I mean, it's nothing good about that situation.
Yeah, it's true.
Good morning. Who's this? You know, there's no punishment that you can justify or whatever.
Good morning.
Good or bad.
Good morning. Who's this? Yes.
Good morning. I'm fine. How about yourself?
realize Alabama was an open carry state.
And that's fine. We see the weapon. We see it.
So you were talking about being afraid. Would you be more afraid of the weapon you do see or do not see?
I'm afraid of the one I don't see.
Why would you be afraid of it if you don't even know the person has it?
Because if somebody, and that's my problem, is I don't know what they're going to do because I don't know they have it. If I see a guy with a gun on his side, he goes either gestures to get it or just, at least I'm forewarned that he may do it. And I'm getting the hell out of there. Whereas a guy who has one in his, I didn't know you have it. That's right.
Okay, so were you scared of it?
Well, I didn't know you had it. And that's my problem. I didn't know you. Well, I had no reason to be scared because I didn't know.
So then why would you be scared of anybody walking down the street?
Because everybody can carry one now. Because everybody can carry one now.
No, only the people that are legally allowed.
I hear you. I hear you. Listen. Right, but again, it's not those. The people who were going to carry a weapon were already carrying theirs illegally anyway. Now we got a bunch of.
Why would you be
yeah.
You hit the rusty nail on the head. Then why would you be afraid of those that can legally carry open now carrying legally concealed?
Because I'd rather deal with the devil I see than the one I don't.
But Kevin, those that are legally able to carry, whether it be open carry or concealed carry, are not your problem.
My problem is the guy who's never held a gun before.
Your problem are the ones that carry illegally.
They're carrying now. The guy who does it illegally is doing it now. So now we're going to add to the illegal people carrying guns, people who may or may not ever thought about carrying a gun. Now they're going to carry one.
You know, there are 22 states that now have concealed.
Okay.
22 states. Do you understand that a single one of these 22 states has ever repealed the law?
No, I didn't know that. You still there? Oh, sorry about that. Wasn't on purpose. Good morning. Who's this? Okay, lost that one too. All right then. Maybe I'm touching the phones the wrong way today. Good morning. Who's this?
Hi, Kevin.
Yes.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning.
Pretty good show. One of the things you were talking about in compliance, you saw it yesterday. You know, don't mention it, but I told you that you will do that. Remember? But coming to school and not wearing this and not doing what the rules set forth and send them home, right?
Mm-hmm.
That is so deep rooted in our culture, it's unreal. But you know, I'm gonna throw a few things on the table and I'll go. You know, Bezos was trying to revitalize books, you know, after Fahrenheit 451 and burning all the books and just, you know, downgrading human beings because they're not reading. And he's opening up bookstores after he destroyed everybody. And I heard him 6 years ago say that's what he was going to do. Him and the hedge funds and back him, destroy all the competition. And he was allowed to do that. But you know, as I sit here and listen to this morning, there's two things that I'm going to end up on. One who's a relative of mine that has a book out, and all this attention with this law that they just passed and all that. It's a history lesson involved in it. Dr. Carol Anderson wrote a book called The Second, and what you're seeing is a response to all this, for lack of a better term, black on black violence, and all these young kids that are running around with arms. And we went through that back during the Haitian Revolution, and the Haitians expelled the French, and Jefferson, Madison, and the people that were in this country came up with the Second Amendment. And that was the reason why, was to create militias and you arm yourself and protect yourself. But you're seeing that right now, and that's what this whole movement is about. You know, and America's we're going to have guns. We're definitely going to have them. But I think what we need to do is get back to educating people and showing them how to be civilized. And we're not doing that. We need an engineering approach to all of our problems. When you opened up the show this morning,
we were talking about the men's clinic. You know, I mentioned you a month ago that all the problems that you're noticing now is a result of penis syndrome. And the first thing Donald said was, I'm not overweight, and if my numbers are good, I could care less about the rest of you all. But, you know, that comes from Tom Ray.
Yeah, right. Yeah. All the time I have to. Yeah, I got it right.
A course in reading and listening called IP, developed by, I think it was Xerox. It's called Nantucket Island. And it was how to identify behavioral traits in people the first 5 minutes you meet them. And it was brought out that the average person spends about 5% of his conscious time listening. The rest of the time, he's trying to put forth his own we the living and round.
I got you. Now you put me to sleep. I gotta run. Yeah. Okay, man.
Alert weather forecast on News Radio 1440.
It's the Oakman Show. You have an amazing audience. You never know what you're gonna get. It's like a box of chocolate. Like a box of chocolates. You never know. Oh boy. Laughing about it. You say some funny things, man. I can't even remember all the things that some guys said you said yesterday.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Why do you say some funny? Where you come with that? Do you wake up in the morning and say, hey, let me just mess up somebody's day and say something crazy? And people get really upset with you.
It just automatically comes out. I don't know where it comes from. My son told me, he said, you know, we need to get back to the old cat. I said, what? Saying crazy things. I said, well, yeah, but when you get a little older, man, you look at life differently, brother. I mean, looked at, when I was 40 something, I looked at life that way. Look, when I was 50 something, look at life that way. Now I'm 60 something, look at life different way.
You look at it crazy.
Yeah.
It's some crazy things. I'm with Trump.
Oh, yeah. I ain't voting for him no more, but I still like him.
I'm with Trump.
Yeah, I still like him, but I ain't gonna vote for him. Because he's gonna be old. He's gonna be just as old as Biden is.
Yeah.
And I just think at a certain age, you just.
Well, he's actually showing some now.
Yeah, I mean, well,
have you heard interviews that Trump has had?
Not lately.
He's showing signs of dementia because a person will ask him a question and he'll give an answer that's totally unrelated to what they just said.
Maybe he's just ignoring the hell out of it.
Mm-hmm. No.
I mean, Biden the same way. Biden got signs of it too. I mean, so I just, and when you get a certain age, but we excuse him because he's a Democrat.
No, Biden is very clear on what he's saying now. Now he stutters sometimes and then miss. No, I'm saying he does that. He's always been a gaffe machine. Okay. You know, he say stuff like, because Barack Obama will be like,
that just tells us that it's been on him for a while.
No, he's a gaffe machine. He's always been. That's just in his personality.
We can make excuses for him. He's getting old. He's almost 80. He's getting old.
Your point is,
you know, now everybody's almost 80. Because a friend of mine turned 92 the other day. So but I can just tell the guy's not mentally there.
You're listening to talk radio.
I'm listening to him. No, you're not. I watch him speak. No, you're not. I do. And I'm telling you something. If it were not for
how is it you can see so much in him and you do not see that in Trump?
Well, I haven't watched. Trump's not in the White House no more, so I don't watch many speeches of Trump. I just don't. He's in the White House. I don't.
Well, they do an interview. I mean, just about every time.
I just don't watch him. But because everybody think they can get I mean, if he was president of the United States or running for the president of the United States, I'd pay a hell of a lot more attention. But he's not. He's an irrelevant factor now.
He's not an irrelevant.
Well, not
he is the leader of the Republican Party right now.
Yeah. Okay, that's what they want to make him leader.
Hey, in the state of Alabama, you better not say that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I can say it.
Because right now, everyone who's running for office,
I know,
is talking about.
All they gotta say, I Trump.
Build a wall. I'm with Trump.
Again, I agree with the things that Trump said. We need
He
to build a
just
wall.
said things. No, you don't. The
Yeah,
wall don't make any difference.
We need a. Well, now why they put
They
it
take
up
a
in Washington
They
D.C.
took a $5 a ladder and put it over there.
So why,
that's a security.
But why they put the fence up in D.C.
That's
that
a
don't mean
security
that?
feature they put up
Okay,
there
and
to
our
keep people
country
out.
needs to be
You
secure.
can't do the whole country like
Why
that.
can't you? Why can't you? We can do it
Those
electronically.
thousands of miles.
So
We're
Chinese
doing-
did it.
Hey, 2,000 years ago.
But and we got better equipment now than they had then.
No,
They
you
did.
didn't have the slave labor that they had. They built the pyramids too. You can't build one today.
We got machines now.
They can't figure out how to move the big rocks on the pyramid right now.
We could encase America with a wall if we wanted to.
That would be stupid.
Not
Look
to
at
the
this.
mountain.
Let me ask you
Not
this.
to the mountain.
Let me ask you this. Why isn't there a wall between us and Canada?
Because Canadians are wimps. Canadians are wimps. They ain't gonna attack us.
You know, there are people that live in Detroit and work in Canada, and people who live in Canada and work in Detroit.
Yeah,
Okay. They just go back.
I got no problem with people, but I think there's an agreement though between the United States and Canada.
Why isn't there an agreement between us and Mexico to do the same thing?
Okay, our numbers are 860-1440. Let's go back to the phone and see who's there for a second. Don't forget, there's a meeting today at the Montgomery Board of Education on Decatur Street. They're going to introduce to you at 4 o'clock, I think, the so-called candidates for the school board superintendent. Not that it really makes much difference who they pick. If they're all going to do the same crap that the other one's done, then it make no difference who does it. But I think we should at least go there and see what we get to choose from. Good morning. Yes.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning.
That's right. Muriel? Hey, listen, the only people that are going to cuss on this show is me. Sometimes. All right. Appreciate it. Yeah, we don't want people all cussing now. I mean, you know, let me do it. If anybody's going to do it, let me do it.
There you go.
Anyway, well,
you're the man.
Man, I guess our time is almost up. What else on your mind, man? What else on your mind?
So we got just a few minutes there. You know, it's been a good month. You know, March the 2nd was the day.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Holiday. That was my birthday.
That's right.
I had a great time with all the people who came by, and I've had a great time all the rest of this month with people who stopped by and wished me belated happy birthday. So it's wonderful to be alive. I appreciate every day. I think.
So how old are you?
67.
Okay, so you said that with enthusiasm. That's what I like. So I hate people who say, "Well, man, tell your birthday. Tell people how old you are."
I'm proud of it.
Because everybody don't get to be that. Shoot, I'm 64. Hopefully, if I live to May 16th, I'll be 65. And I'll be truly, when you hit 65, you actually officially become in the ranks of the old people. So I'll be joining you soon. I mean, hopefully, you know, hopefully I'll make it. You know, you can get the Medicaid sticker from the federal government. Your red, white, and blue card.
Medicare.
Yeah, Medicare. You get that. You get Meta something. You get all that. But I turned down that Part one though. Ain't taking $170 from me.
Okay.
So turn that down.
So you already have insurance.
Yeah. Good old VA. I don't care who else complaining about it. I'm on it. It's free. They never gave me a bill. And for the most part, I walked in there with 2 legs and 2 arms and came back out with them. So I'm good. I ain't got no problem with them guys. Plus, they got some of the greatest doctors out there and greatest nurses. Now, unfortunately, you can't understand what they're saying half the time, but that's okay. All say, give me the right. Give me the right prescription. I'm good.
Okay.
Yeah. Actually, unfortunately, I don't really need me. Only thing I take on a daily basis is a blood pressure pill, and I think I don't really need that anymore either. Because I've lost weight and stuff, and I'm in shape. I'm hard as a rock. That's why they used to call me Sergeant Rock.
Yeah, right.
Because I was hard.
Okay.
I'm just saying, I was hard.
Okay. All right.
Anyway, let me take one more call real quick. All right, good morning. You got 30 seconds. Or 40 seconds.
Okay.
I think we're going to call this a day. Okay,
you asked for.
We're gonna have this hard as I think it's time to go. Actually.
Solid as a rock.
Yeah, solid as a rock. That's right. That's
the word.
Solid as a rock. That's what I'm trying to say. Anyway, time's up. We'll catch you guys tomorrow. The good Lord says the same because you don't take anything for granted. Each day is a present. Never been guaranteed. Hey, time's up. We'll catch you later.
He caught you on that one. Solid as a rock. Not hard.
Solid as a rock.
Solid as a rock. Okay. You had your metaphors mixed up there. Yeah, that was cute. Nice way to laugh with. And with a good laugh.
I know that man real good. He went out and bought himself a beautiful big truck. He got one of them for $250. That mother is big.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, he's got another one. He did have a gray one. Right?
Yeah, he got a white one.
He got a white one. Like a big truck.
Yeah. Somebody said Jesse Smollett showed us that demand for racism far exceeds the supply. I agree with him.
No, that's incorrect. Just as small, just got it twisted.
I just think
because of his celebrity,